Welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus. This is Will, but you may know me as Glyph Kazadi. This Dungeons & Dragons podcast may contain fantasy violence, language, and adult themes. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. As it were, now, as we move forward, if you could please not provide food or drink to Pothole, no matter what he writes on the glass. Thank you.
Fine balls. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus, the most unprofessional D&D podcast you will ever hear. I, of course, am your DM, Calvin, and this amusing assembly is the players that play the game. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys.
Hi, I'm Will. Was that fine comma balls or fine balls?
I'll leave it up for you to decide.
Yeah.
Well, my son listens, so I'm not going to say what I was about to say.
Listen to the end of the episode, Will. You'll find out what you actually meant.
I'm Will with the fine balls, and I play Glyph, the lizard folk artificer.
That's a new spell. Find balls.
I'm Drew.
Find balls.
I'm Drew with the exceptional balls, and I don't have a character anymore.
You can say past tense. Who did you play?
I did play Zeph, the draconian warlock, but he died.
Okay.
All the deaths.
We're going to bring it down real quick here, so let's go ahead and keep moving.
As did his adopted son, TV. Played by Matt. I'm here.
All right.
We're told that they were fan favorite characters. We apologize.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
I'm the other Will. I play Aramur, the Leonin Bloodhunter.
I'm Matty B, and I play the Dwarven Paladin, Fulgrim.
Hello, it is Preston, and I play Lucius Kane, the Asimov Warlock, who's also very lost.
And I'm Michelle. I play Kenneth Quinn with the absence of balls. All right.
Yeah.
They're just inside the
All
color.
right. Cool. So with those in mind,
but
with those in mind, we'll go ahead without much further ado and start episode 33 of the Godscar Chronicles. So the last time we were here, the party known as United Indifference had successfully infiltrated the old labs of Emeraldi, the creator and designer of the Draconian Ordinance. After discovering more secrets and more questions to the lineage of some of our players, Glyph and Zeph, the party searched deeper into these vaults, finding not only where battles took place and where questions got answered, but also places that were hidden by Emeraldi, a secret lab where it seems as though the Draconians were not as special, more manufactured in many ways. The last room that was searched was a training ground that inadvertently activated several training automatons that malfunctioned quickly and set to destroying the players. They were all quickly brought down, but not before the killing blow was brought to two of the party members. Zeph and Glyph did two now. Sorry. So quick backstory. Quick backstory. One of my coworkers always tells me every Tuesday, make sure you kill Will tonight, so it gets stuck in my head that they want you dead. So that's not
How'd
anything.
That work out where you killed the other? That's how he died.
well, he didn't mean for it to be me. He meant for it to be you.
That was what was supposed to happen, but he got in the way.
Okay, bye-bye.
But
Matt's collateral damage.
yeah, Matt just was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Zeph and TBD, the warlock and the monk, were both struck and brought down, their bodies sundered by the automaton's spells. The automatons were then quickly shut down, the fight quickly leaving the minds and bodies of the individuals as the sudden severity of what has taken place drops over them. And that is where we find ourselves tonight. With the party fresh out of combat, bruised, bloody, and beaten, now noticing very quickly that there are 2 unresponsive bodies in the training ground.
Let's see some high drama, people.
Okay. I'm gonna run over to Zeph first. Zeph, fish around. Do I have a healing potion? I don't have a healing potion. I'm gonna use my first cure wounds, level 1. I'm gonna try and hit him with it, see if it does anything.
You place your hands on his body and begin to start the cure wound spell, which for you is more of like actual medical work, but using a little bit of your draconian healing. You can see that some bones can be set into place and some scars or some cuts can be healed, but overall there is no life that responds to that. It is just trying to fix up a unresponsive body.
Okay. Looking around kind of frantically. Does anyone have a healing potion or anything? Magic's not going to... cure wounds isn't going to do nothing.
Zeph has healing potions all over.
Lucius goes up to TBD and pops open his last greater healing potion and tries to feed it to TBD.
You begin to pour it down TBD's throat, and quickly before the potion is completely drained out, it fills the cavity of his mouth and remains there. There is no response to ingesting the potion.
Okay, let's think about this. Magic's not working. Potion's not working. Does anyone know anything else? Is there anything else that we can do? Fulgrim, do you pray to someone? Does he have the ability to...
Lucius tries to, while, still holding, TBD and just, zoning out a little bit, he goes into, his head and, starts, talking, is Lord Farai, can you do anything? Can you do anything? Please.
There's a moment where the lights and sounds of the world around you begin to slowly fade out of your peripherals, and you feel this hand kind of rest on your shoulder as you're holding TBD in your arms, and the voice of Lord Fury right above you. There is no soul, child. Nothing to call back.
Do you say that to us?
I think their souls left their body and there's nothing there. They're somewhere else.
Okay. So did. I mean, did
Yeah,
just...
they're gone. Yeah.
Could I try something, Calvin?
Sure.
So my pact is it's the pact of the undying.
Sure.
Could I try to call out to whatever entity I kind of gain powers from and kind of try to do something like that? I can do the Crimson Right thing again to kind of activate or call upon it.
Make a religion check for me.
And this is not... Fae Fiends are undead.
No, technically they're just dead.
Okay. Very cool.
Real dead.
Well, that's not amazing. 11 total.
11. You activate your Crimson Right and begin to drip the blood across the bodies. But as you call out to the Undying to see if you can restore whatever life is in them, you get the same kind of hollow feeling that Lucius is displaying as well, is of that these are nothing more than a shell of what was. Whatever life was in them is not in there anymore.
Guys, there has to be something around here, right? What's his name? Emeraldi. Maybe he had something around here. Maybe a resurrection thing. I don't know.
Yeah, hold on a second. Balefire? That brings up a good point. What were you doing?
resting with their back kind of against the wall, kind of staring down. Balefire kind of glances up when you hear his name, or when you say his name. What do you mean, what do I do?
I mean, when all of us were fighting it, trying to disable it, trying to do anything, what were you were just leaned back against the wall the whole time, watching literally a member of the Draconian Ordinance, the thing that means more to you than anything in the world, die in front of your face. Came here to restore the Draconian Ordinance, and now we've actually been down another one.
I can't explain it. Alright, I can't control this. Whatever this is. I'm useless to you, alright? Unless I can fix this, I got nothing. I want more than anything to figure out what to do, but I got nothing for you. Glyph, I'm useless. I'm a waste of space right now, but I'm a ticking time bomb.
Well, at this point...
What about you? You're the smartest one among us, and you couldn't figure out how to shut them off, or you shot at the bloody wall for 5 minutes, it seemed, before you decided to actually use the control panel to turn them off. What are you blaming me for?
I mean, at least I was doing something.
Well, your something was about as useless as me leaning against the wall.
Well, then I guess it means that we're all just lifeless Hux the Lizard.
What we can say for him.
Alright, Hux the Lizards, whatever that is.
And it's at that point, Balefire turns around and leaps up and lands on the open area where you guys broke through originally, and stalks away back deeper into the laboratory, leaving you all in here.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to the corpses, and I am going to.
Shove a good berry in their mouths.
No, I am going to cast Gentle Repose.
Okay.
That says you touch a corpse or other remains for the duration.
Yep.
You got it? Yeah.
I don't know if this is insensitive during this time, but since you two might be partial construct, maybe. Is there a way that we could, the other stones that we found, maybe supercharge or reanimate?
Actually, in mentioning, between you mentioning immorality and us talking about Hux the Lizards, as you put it, Kenneth, I believe it's husks of lizards, but that's fine.
Me.
I might have a bit of a long-shotted idea.
Does it involve the two weird guys in the vials, or no?
It's kind of like reanimation.
Wait, are you talking about transferring their souls into new bodies or something?
I mean...
Well, there is no soul in bodies.
There's no souls in the bodies. You have to find a way to...
Felt that.
You're basically reincarnating them if you're thinking what I'm thinking of.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of at this point. The only other option is we lose two of... two of my best friends. I don't know about you guys.
I mean, you guys are the closest thing that I've ever had to real friends. Yeah, I care. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I just lost family. Really, I don't know.
Okay.
That's fair.
You guys mean a lot to me, and this.
Yeah, I mean, so Zeph always talked about a heart song, and believed in those kinds of things. I'm kind of grasping at straws because this isn't practical intelligence. This is a lot of theoretical. What if there was a way to kind of put their heart song into these two bodies that are in stasis that look like they'd probably be viable, for lack of a better term?
I don't know anything about magic, but
I will say we are also a part of the Commonwealth. I don't know how far that'd get us, how much that'd do for us, but surely somebody somewhere has more powerful magics than we have at our fingertips.
These two, I feel would be long dead before we get to...
Yeah, do I know anything about the logistics of a resurrection?
Well, I cast...
The repose.
Does the gentle repose last for
But a resurrection spell, though.
A long while.
Make a...
drastically.
Let's say either medicine or religion, your choice.
Could I make a medicine check as well?
Sure.
7. We'd also have to get there.
Can you guide yourself?
We're up on a mountain.
I got a 16.
And we had to climb
16.
the mountain.
You would know
I didn't have to burst.
a little bit about it,
I mean,
given
like,
that
I'm used with
you
dead
deal with the
people,
dead,
like,
but you
yeah.
you know a little bit about it because it's talked about,
Yeah, it's
especially
talked
with
about.
with people in passing. The common belief is that the soul departs from a body and then is taken to a place beyond, whether that's an Elysium in someone's mind or a dimension beyond this world. Not a lot of people know, and it's up for speculation. But you do know that the resurrection process is a very lengthy process. It requires many material components, some of which are very expensive, which is why for many people, especially lower income communities, death is the end. But it's been talked about how if somebody had enough money and enough materials, they could find a cleric or a person of the gods and call a soul back to the body.
So, guys, yeah, I relayed that information, but I also, like, I added towards sense, like, so, I mean, like, magic and stuff, like, here isn't, like, that kind of magic to bring someone back. I bet, like, resurrection's not very common here in,
I mean, not to mention we're not even supposed to be here, so we'd have to figure out how to get back to our side.
while carrying the bodies of our friends.
Yes, through, no offense, Thorgrim, hostile territory. Get back to our side. Then find a way back to a city large enough that would have someone capable of doing this.
Capable, yeah, and willing.
And then we'd have to accrue the necessary funds, components, everything
And I
to
bet it would
be
be
able
even
to...
more expensive in the Grasslands.
Yes.
Weeks
Can
up
I
to
roll
months.
to see
mean,
if
it's-
I remember in any of my
Yeah, I feel-
travels on this side of the border?
I don't... As much as I would love to
There
say
might be
true resurrection, I just don't think that's
into
possible.
Necromancy
Is there
potential
anything, like, in between, like, revivify
in
and...
my travels.
You're talking about somebody who could raise them. Make
Can I
a
roll to see if I might have remembered
make a
anybody on my
religion
side
check.
of it?
Make a religion check for me.
How much money do I even have?
Unless it starts with 75,000.
No, I have a gambling problem.
Yeah, no, you have
I have a potion problem.
You have a weird generosity problem
Oh, yeah, that's it.
that
I
no
was trying
one
to-
else has.
Hey, man, what's my money?
With a 16, yeah, there's a few clerics that you know of who have, who probably have the capacity to do so. You don't know of anybody who's done it, but you know of several faith-based individuals who could perform a resurrection spell. You also know that again, it's not a cheap process. I would say.
It would cost a lot, but I
Yeah.
at least think I know somebody on this side of the border.
Do they
So we
care
don't have to go all
about?
the way across the other side.
Do they care about us not being dwarves? Like, do you know anyone that's willing to do something like a little bit underground?
Possibly for more incentive, you could find somebody who's willing to overlook the immigrants, as it were. But again, it would be a cost thing, and then making sure that whoever it is trustworthy enough to do so. You probably could find somebody, but it'd take you a minute to figure it out.
I mean, I feel like if we go somewhere, we should at least try to go somewhere on this side of the border instead of trying to get all the way back to the other side. It'll be a little quicker, but it's still going to cost a lot.
I don't even know if we have like any money. Do we take back those crystals and sell them or something?
I mean, that's the thing. Even if we combined every resource we had, I just don't think we'd have
Do we
finances for that.
are we done here? Like, is there more to this place? Can we, like, maybe there's even another secret compartment?
One, we came here to cure Balefire, and he's disappeared. We should probably figure out where he went, but I've got other more important things to worry about than a pissy dragon.
Yeah.
I feel, honestly,
I'm not gonna lie. He really made me angry.
I mean, I'd really like to go back to the tube full of, draconian.
Would that get rid of
To
the
put it in there?
possibility
Put 'em in
of
there?
revivifying or resurrecting if
Well,
we...
I mean, right now, I'm trying to think clearly, and I'm a bit emotionally compromised, but I'm doing the best I can here. If their souls aren't in their bodies, I don't think trying to put their soul into another body and it not working would eliminate the ability of their soul to
We ain't no
return?
soul
I
wranglers.
just didn't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
This is
we have the
process
vessels
of
or
this.
whatever, but we don't have the actual.
I mean,
process.
I don't know
He's-
them very well. Like I feel like you guys do, but I kind of feel like they probably don't want to be in somebody else's body either. If
But that's
they
the
had a
thing,
choice.
it's not. I mean, to be completely transparent, that's not anybody's body. And the odds of us getting them back into their body is probably less. Well, actually, they're both pretty astronomical. When you compare trying to figure out how to put a soul in a new body, or take a currently existing body that is dead that does not have a soul to someone that has the ability to put the soul back into that body and is willing to do that
Well,
without it.
maybe souls are like organs, and like maybe like sometimes like I don't know if you ever heard about it, but sometimes you can transplant organs, and so like maybe it would reject it or something. I don't know.
I mean, it's entirely possible, and if that's the case, I mean, first we have to figure out how do you even put a soul into a body. But if it rejects it, I mean, then the souls are still on the other side, wherever that
Yeah,
is.
the other side of the veil or whatever the hell.
Zeph always joked that he was in the 9 hells. I told him he's a good guy, and you should probably lighten up a little bit.
I doubt he's going to hell or
Well,
hells.
Shall we do this as a walk and talk to the place?
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good idea. I'm gonna lean down and I'm gonna just fireman's carry Zeph, and
Walk and drag, of course.
I'll
Yeah.
carry TBD.
Okay.
so we need to.
So you guys are taking them.
Back to the transmutation
The
room.
Bacta
Yeah,
tank?
the lab, the Bacta tank.
Back to the secret laboratory.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that's. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Spot on. We're going to.
Okay.
I mean, I'd rather try everything we can do here before we
Yeah.
do something
It
else.
takes a little bit getting them up back into the observatory platform and walking them through the small tunnel. But after a while, you can get both bodies back into the laboratory. Same as it has been, the strange kind of acidic smell kind of permeating the room. These many tanks that line one half of the room, and these large tables spread out before you, the high arching ceilings with long tubes and cables kind of hanging down like strange mechanical vines in some sort of a tropic jungle. But you can bring them all in here. You can bring them both in here. Okay. Let me see how you want to do this. So what is your thought process here as you're working on these?
First things first. If we could all, did we notice where Balefire went when we went to the?
You haven't seen him yet.
Okay, right on. He's probably just.
Can I make a perception
pissing
check
off
to see if there's
Make a
any
perception
traces of him? Oh, that was a fat roll. that was a thick chunky roll. Let me see. Perception. 17 plus 6. What's that? 23.
23.
Yeah.
He's definitely not in here. You can see that the false door that was set into the secret hallway behind the study has been opened. So it looks like he has passed through this room and is back
Do we
towards
still have the crystals, or did we leave them here?
I thought we took
which crystals are you talking about?
the 3 in the box.
The weird crystals.
Pure
yeah.
magic crystals.
Yeah.
And
We should also get Emeraldy's book out. Right.
Yep. So what I think we should do is So hear me. The only reason why I think this might work is because at one point I was one of those with no soul, and
I thought
Zeph.
you were kids at one point.
I mean, we started as far as we can tell.
I mean, they were left in there for a while.
Yeah, from what we've learned is that's kind of the origin.
Yeah, they probably grew from something.
You know. So in theory, Zeph and I both started as those things, and then had some sort of consciousness, for lack of a better word.
What? Do you think you were
I
someone
think
else
he's
before?
talking about Heart Song.
Yeah, I mean,
Heart song.
Yeah,
I mean,
think
no
so.
other way to put it. A heart song was put into
So like,
those
so it didn't
husks.
develop like oh, that means that's so much. That's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. It probably explains a lot about why we are the way we are. But so in theory, there had to have been some sort of process that Emeraldy used to put to manifest some sort of
Heart song.
heart song, conscience, something into each of these creatures. So, if I know that we're not all super intelligent, I'm not even near as intelligent as he was either. But if we could and I just pull like all the notes of his that I have out, and we look. Can we like collectively look around the room and see if there's anything we can piece together?
Can I like look through those and see if there's anything regaling towards like the specific egg that we found in that thing? Maybe if it's part of a bigger like ritual or something else. I don't know. I was like.
What book is this that you're looking through? Refresh me.
I was like, they're looking for. He
Emeraldy's notebook,
notes.
remember?
Emerald.
The one that was in here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
try to
Go
look
ahead
for
and make a investigation check if you're going to look for that.
May I guide myself?
Yes.
Of course you may.
What's up?
I think there's.
Do we want to do look around and
I
then?
think we'll look around, and then if we don't find anything,
Can we all make intelligence checks?
To
Scour the room, scour the lab, see if there's anything that sticks out to any of us.
I'd like to look around closer towards the main actual 2 tanks where the bodies are.
Sure.
To see if there's any
anything
documentation.
that would, sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check over by the tanks.
I'm coming.
I rolled 11.
18.
I rolled 11.
The small journal that you found on the workbench in here seems to lend more to schematics of these tanks and not really to a process of which to use them.
Yeah.
You could probably glean a few pointers or context clues to figure out how to maybe use the tanks, but there's nothing in here that is a how-to guide to reanimating a corpse.
Okay, I would like to get
No Heartslung guide.
No hearts on guide now.
Kenneth's help for a second, because I'm going to look at the tanks themselves, and I'd like to make an investigation check to see if there's anything I can figure out within them.
Sure.
And Kenneth, if you want to make a nature check maybe to see if there's anything about these draconian husks. Oh, thank you.
I rolled an 18 on mine.
18 on the tanks?
Yeah. Around the tanks for documents and stuff.
That's not bad.
21 or 22.
That's really good.
I can't grab it.
With an 18, nothing around the tanks lends to again, there's no how-to guides or anything like that. You're pretty confident that Emeraldy seems to have understood his process and wasn't really going to write it out for anybody. Or if he did, it's gone for one reason or another. So.
Okay. I study the tank itself and see if there's any sort of conduit.
The tanks with the bodies in them?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything like
what'd
that.
you roll?
22.
With the 22, okay. With the 22, not bad. You can see there are 2 tanks, both of which are of the exact same design. The 3 large copper orbs that are placed on the bottom with these large kind of 8-foot tanks set on the top with this dark green dark green liquid that is set inside them. The 2 bodies in there, unmoving, not much going on with them. Both of them seem to have kind of this sheen to their scales, whether that's the liquid or the bodies is hard to tell. But you can see there are several cables that attach to the sides of the tank near the top and kind of arch up into the ceiling. And there appears to be a little bit of a control set near the base of them, kind of right above the orbs and set near the tanks. That probably could start them if you could figure it out, but you don't. I mean, it's not. No, there's no runes on it that activate. There's no glyphs that are apparent on it. It seems to all be inanimate at this point.
Is there a button anywhere?
So I've got Emeraldy's work apron on still. So I'm gonna feel in it, and I'm gonna think about notes. No, I feel like that's too on the nose.
Notes. Key?
A key? Yeah, a key, like a diagram key? Or like a cipher or something? No, there's no glyphs.
Activator. Remote.
Yeah, just anything.
I mean, you have infinite tries. You can just...
Yeah, anything that would pertain to these tanks specifically. Something that would give clarification on the orbs.
Hey,
I feel like...
flip it inside out.
True.
I'm gonna just take that. You don't know how magic works, and it's really embarrassing sometimes when you ask me to do and just shut up.
The entire room fills up. There's just
and we all die
We're gonna
in
need
Harry Potter and
all to roll new characters.
Initiative.
You
Yeah.
turn it inside out and wait for a tense moment. Nothing.
I told you don't know how magic.
Tell-
Flip it back in.
tell-
I
tell-
look like an idiot.
Tell it to drop all the stuff in it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna reach.
Drop it,
I'm gonna
drop
reach
it.
both my hands in, and I'm gonna get like as deep as my hands will go, and I'm gonna think anything pertaining to the laboratory.
Okay. You pull out 3 things.
Okay. Yep.
You pull out that strange little tool. that you would
The circuit board.
No, it's a little like screwdriver tool
The
that you
sonic
would first.
screwdriver.
Oh, the weird sulfur stick.
Little solder stick. You pull that out.
okay.
And set that on the ground. And set that down. The second thing you pull out is a small, looks like half of a ring, almost like a C-shaped ring, made of metal, with the ends kind of curl out to me almost like a horseshoe, but it's thin and only about the size of a $50, and it looks like it's a piece of something. But you can clatter that down, no issue at all. And the third thing you pull out is what looks to be a small pouch with some gold in it.
Okay, I'm gonna just empty out that gold pouch and see if there's anything besides just currency.
You drop it out, and you can see the gold doesn't spill out. It looks to be several dark silver coins spill onto the ground. It's platinum.
Okay.
So you get about 32 platinum pieces fall out of it.
That's 320. Go.
Why is that? Lab supplies.
Do you think it's component?
Yeah, that's. I mean,
It's pertaining to the lab, right?
yeah, it pertains to.
As
this.
you drop the screwdriver tink onto the table, that obviously, I assume you set these on the table, right?
Yeah.
As you do, it immediately like spins, like almost magnetized, spins the other way, and you see the table ignite with glyphs and runes.
Oh shit! Oh my god. Okay, guys, we're making progress.
That's great.
As that happens, you can hear this strange as things begin to move and like undulate in this room for a few seconds before all of a sudden you hear this and a large sparking noise.
I chase down the sparking noise.
There appears to be a large cable attached to one side of the room that has detached from up in the ceiling and is dangling about 4 feet off the ground, and it's just sparking sporadically.
Okay.
Hey, I got an idea. It's not the best idea, but I once had a great uncle who got hit by lightning, dead, got hit by lightning again, and his heart started back up.
I don't know. I don't. As someone who's trained in medicine, that's an anomaly.
50,000 volts straight to the nipple.
Straight to the. Wow.
I also have the power of lightning. I mean, we could have done this a little while ago.
I don't think shocking
that's
corpses
true.
will help.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, probably not. That would probably.
mean,
I don't
that's
want.
a
I don't
part
want
of
to
what
do that to
killed them.
TBD.
I mean, so is this connected?
That is
Here,
exactly-
actually.
Yeah, so I holler at.
Can I do something real quick?
Yeah.
So Lucius is gonna take off his amulet,
Sure.
and it's like, don't wait for it. I'm not throwing off a cliff this time. I'm gonna try to put on glyph, and now you
Okay.
can use like if you're making a ability check, you can add a D4. There's 2 uses left. You can add a D4 to turn a roll into success.
Okay,
So you have
okay.
2
I'm gonna take it off for a second. I'm gonna put it on armor. I'm like, hey, could you
okay.
use your lightning to fix that? If I kind of piece it together for you, like with
Just kind of like use it as like a jumper, like a
yeah,
cross.
like to reconnect it and maybe restart a charge.
Okay, yeah, I mean that could possibly.
Because I think that's step
there
one
and kind of
currently is.
So the ceiling up above, it's about a 15-foot ceiling.
I can climb.
You can climb.
I can probably climb.
You can certainly try.
I have
That is
above
amazing.
average strength. I could climb.
There's a great clarifier.
There's not a lot of handholds in this
probably.
room.
Shelves
And
and
it's
tables.
I mean, there are the tanks, but the tanks don't reach up there. The tanks reach about 8 feet high.
Can fly.
Can we Home Alone 2 a bunch of tables and stuff together for him to stand on?
I mean, if you want to try to move these,
Is there
there's
a
only the 3
repertoire?
tables.
I'm also
like a
fairly
Control
tall.
board.
Yes, but
Can a bunch of glyphs light up?
I could-
Can you
Yeah.
not
So
mention shit?
I'm at the table, but everything lit up and then went out because
Because of
the
that?
disconnection. So we have to establish.
Do we see the outlet of like?
Does it
where-
go?
Yeah, we can see it.
yes.
We can see where, like Calvin said, we can see where it connects. It just
Is this like classroom ceiling where you can push the tile up? And
Hey.
move it away? Okay.
Stone ceiling.
Wait, maybe we could have the electricity not going zzz when we're working on it. Just a thought.
Can we turn it on?
It is fine.
Is there a switch?
I don't know if there's a switch.
I
You take
love
the
how
screwdriver.
concerned Michelle is with OSHA listening.
Oh, very. Listen, I'm on OSHA's side.
look. If you get a ladder, you must maintain 3 points of contact
This is
while you're
reverse
climbing.
fate.
Yeah. Only one hand or foot can be off at a time, okay?
Is Armor will. It's fine. It's fine.
Will is this close to playing along with us. Mark it down.
So close. Almost. Next
So
time.
close.
Okay, so yeah, that in my opinion is what we have to do first is reestablish that connection.
Find a way to get up there.
Is there like a
is
switch or anything like on the wall that could be like...
No
So
switches.
there's a wire on the ceiling. Sorry, there's a wire on the ceiling that's
There's a large cable attached to the ceiling that is now dangling about 4 feet above the ground.
and we know where the outlet
The
is.
connection to that was also in the ceiling,
Okay.
but it has since been there's nothing but a hole up in the ceiling where that cable was connected.
Damn it.
Could you boost me?
And it is again, it's about
Yeah.
15 feet up there, and there's nothing directly underneath it that would allow you to reach up to it.
I used to
There's
have
only
spider
3
climb,
tables, and they won't stack high enough. There are the
used to have
tanks that
spider
you
climb.
could stand on top of, but you have to try to move one of those tanks
Don't
into
do that.
position.
Don't do that.
We could probably
You do notice, as you are looking at all this, that the tanks had all the tanks seem to have like come alive when the power had started on. Pretty much all of them have gone dormant again. So it seems like whatever this power source is, it connects to the tanks. So potentially there's a way to just cut out the middleman, if that makes sense.
Okay, so
Power the tanks directly.
yeah, I mean we could provide some sort of direct charge to the.
I mean, don't the crystals super powerful energy things, right? Isn't it like
You
something
talking
in the
about
notes
the
talking
Moon
about?
Sisters crystals?
No, the
or-
fucking sorry for me cursing. The freaking
Wow, dude.
the freaking
Yeah, shut up.
purple weird thing, purple crystals thing. Aren't they like? Isn't it like a like somewhere in the notes? I remember us hearing like
Yeah.
Emeraldi talking about. Oh, this is some crazy
They're
crazy
like-
freaking
Like
Oh,
pure,
notes.
They're pure magic.
yeah, they're just pure magic stuff.
We were talking about.
The voice
Yeah.
thing. The message.
Yeah, he talked about them
Yep.
being a really good power source.
There's one message left, right?
There is.
Now don't we listen to it?
Oh,
Why are you giving it to me? I don't know
'Cause
how
you
to
said
use
it.
this dang thing.
that's how. It's
Right,
not.
you don't have opposable thumbs. I'll get it.
Because
Make
it's
an
now full
intelligence
of a
check.
perfect bar right now, not a sponsor.
God, I would die if it were.
Like positive.
my water bottle.
I took it.
Just that's what Glyph's rations are in his notes. It's a bunch of these bars.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. It was between my legs.
You didn't look. There.
Okay, so yeah,
Make an intelligence check to try to finish the tinkering to get it to play the last recording.
fitting.
15 will do it.
Ready?
You hear
Take her talisman
the
off. Put
Oh,
on
that's right. That's on me.
you hear one more recording, and it sounds. Hold on.
freaking talisman, bro.
It sounds like
No. There's somebody to use this.
I'm gonna keep on using that.
Record. This will be my last recording. The Union has broken through the main entrance. I did not hold up my end of the deal, and they came to take what they thought was theirs. I only have a few minutes before the safeguards will fail. I must purge my information, my experiments, and get the hatchlings out somehow. If only I had not been so short-sighted. I was distracted. This was supposed to be a contract, just another one of... But they are more than weapons. I cannot get them up. I will not give them up, not to the Union. But I cannot reveal myself, not yet. Maybe there is something I can do. The symbols could possibly...
Okay, symbols.
I'm assuming the symbols we just saw have something to do.
Either that or the crystals.
Yeah, I think it could be either one of those. Is there anywhere that it looks like the crystals would fit? Whether it's on the table,
And tanks?
on the tanks, in the tanks, around the tanks.
Go ahead and make a investigation check for me.
I would also,
Is it? Oh, me?
Yeah,
Okay.
you want to?
whenever the room lit up, were there any markings on the walls of any kind?
Not that you saw.
Another 15.
15. You see that looking at the tanks again, looking at the tanks with the two bodies in it, you can see that there appears to be, at the base where that plate is, there appears to be some sort of a slot or something directly under that plate that you assume, you haven't pulled any of the crystals out, but you assume that they could fit there.
Okay.
Hard to tell, but that's the only thing you can see on them. Again, just that panel with nothing on it, the little slot, and then the tanks themselves.
Okay. Okay, so I think one of these crystals might work. Hear me out and tell me if I sound like an idiot. Whenever I use any of my glyphs, basically what I'm using is our ancient draconian language that's really cool and you guys can read. It doesn't matter. Basically, I'm writing in glyphs exactly what I want to happen onto this thing, and that's what causes it to happen. If there is a way...
Did you write it onto the crystal?
Maybe inscribe something onto the crystal.
Did you inscribe their names?
I mean, I could. It's more like it's not like I'm writing like Melf's acid arrow onto a cartridge, and it's more like I want to make. Like, it's a simple language, but I'm wanting to make something that shoots an acid arrow. So I think it makes sense to start with Zeph, just because he's my best mate. I've been close with him as long as I can remember. So what I'd like to do, I'm going to take out one of the crystals, and I'm going to see if there's anything that I can conjure in my mind to write the most descriptive thing I can in this glyphic language to describe the person that is Zeph. And I'm going to ask everyone else to give me kind of like almost like a in memoriam kind of thing. Like, hey, what did Zeph mean to you? How would you, I don't know, try to involve everyone on this process.
And soul return.
You're taking the one of the 3 crystals in the magic box.
Yes.
And you're pulling out and inscribing it?
Yes.
What are you using to inscribe it?
So that I wrote weird sulfur stick, but you said it's basically like a soldering iron of sorts?
Some sort of a tool of some kind. Like I would say sonic screwdriver, but that's like
okay, so that's not gonna run.
That's too technologically advanced. It seems to be some sort of a metallic bar that has strange kind of like machinations and like designs across it that when you tried to open up the panel, it was able to do so. When you set it on the table, it was able to activate it. So you would assume if you needed to use it for some reason, you could try. Okay,
then I'm gonna try and use that to see if I can make some sort of glyphic writing encapsulating Zeph. I have tiny handwriting.
Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
You now have my...
Actually, no, not yet. We'll get to that. You set to work on writing something out, and as you do, almost like pushing a magnet into an opposing magnet, you can feel it resisting against the stone without touching it. And as you do, you see the tip of this little device begins to turn white hot. And as it does, you can see the stone begins to crack and shave as you draw these tiny little glyphs into it, into these shards. Each shard is a kind of a blackish material with strange kind of like purplish veins, but also other kind of opalescent colors within them. But as you do, you see some of these colors flash and flare, almost as if light is illuminating inside the stone itself. This intense heat comes off of it, hotter than it should be, but as you're sitting there working diligently, you finish etching into that stone and set the tool back on the table, which again kind of it rewrites itself back to the position it was when it activated the table, but nothing happens as there is no power to it. So
okay, so I think I got the crystal side figured out. Again, in this world of theory, but we've got to get it turned on.
Can you point the screwdriver thingy at the tank, to see if it will activate the tank?
I mean, I could. Wait. I think it's I don't know. I feel like...
So the thing is still up there?
The cable is, yes.
Can I mage hand, like, grab it and put it into the hole that it seemed that...
Yeah, you could certainly try.
Yeah.
Make a dexterity check for me.
Okay.
You learned from not mage handing
I
the door
forget that I have
cantrips,
bro.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Dex check, 9 plus 3, 12.
It goes up into the hole quite easily, and you set it up in there, and you can still hear it sparking and fizzing, but nothing happens. It does not make contact with anything either. You don't feel like
I don't feel
hit
like any
anything.
pressure.
It's not like we have the HDMI cord backwards.
No,
Is there any way to scale the wall at all?
not really. It's pretty much smooth stone.
Okay. Hey, Armor, is it?
What was the? Sorry.
No, you can.
So like, what about the?
Zeph has
You said there was a
spider
half dollar size thing. Is the whole also a $50 size? No. Okay.
That's a different item.
Armor, is there a way that you can think of that to power this directly? I know lightning is kind of electricity, just unharnessed.
Is there like a way that the wiring is connecting to the main like tubes of some kind? Like, is
That's
there...
the funny thing. There are tubes connecting from the ceiling to the tanks, but they're not these cables. These are larger kind of metal tubes, almost like vents or like stovetop piping almost. None of them are these cables.
They don't connect to any of the tanks.
No, these electrical cables seem to be hanging in arches all along the ceiling, but none of them are connected directly to the tanks.
Emerald was an OSHA wet dream.
Yeah, but that
I
is...
could try to paint you a ladder to get up there.
That would be...
Glyph, give me an intelligence check, please.
Okay.
No. Fuck that idea.
12?
The way that
12?
the DM says.
You can add a D4 to it.
It's a metal table.
It's a metal table.
15. I burned one of the two uses
Yeah.
of the... Still just a metal table?
Slightly more than a metal table.
Seems like the power came from the table.
Do you want me to try to shock the...
See that? Yo, that 3 made a difference.
Is
that saying?
I still have my Crimson Right activated.
Sure.
So I have a sparking maul.
Okay, you can do that, and if that doesn't work, I've got another circuit board that could kind of be like a Hail Mary. Yeah, thank you.
But kind of just bring my maul over and connect it to the table.
He smashes the table with his
As you
hammer.
touch it, your energy touches the table, and you can see the table does flash for a moment, but it is not a consistent energy, and it is not enough.
Do I have any sort of...
Is there a plug around or in the table that we
No.
could just...
It was just unplugged.
well, fuck that idea too.
Yeah, it was just
I don't know
I pull out the circuit board. Is there any... It's not a source of power.
Atticus, don't cuss.
Yes, thank you.
frick.
Wait, I look at...
Amplify.
I look at... This is a weird through plot. I look at Pothole, and I look at him, and I realize that he is powered by the glyphs that are on the suit, keeping him alive. So I go to Pothole. I'm like, hey mate, it might make you a little bit tired, but I think you'll be fine. Do you think you could give a little bit of your juice to power the tape? No, you wouldn't know how to do that.
Wait, how long is the
Could you
cable on the
reach into
ceiling?
the pockets and be like
Hey
amplifier?
Calvin, how long is the cable on the ceiling?
How long is it?
Yeah, how
It's
long
4
is
feet from the
It
ground.
comes about 4 feet down, so it's about a 11-ish
Oh, I think
foot
it said it's
cable
4 feet from the ground.
Okay, so it's
Off
close.
from the ground. So
Okay,
it's
so you're
coming
4
down
foot
from the
high.
ceiling.
It's at your head level. So
4
it's
feet
4
off the
feet off the
ground
ground.
would be 4 feet
Is it
from the
next to the
ground.
table?
and it's active, right? It's live.
Yeah.
Next to the table?
Okay, could we just
It's not next to the table. It's, I would say, maybe 10 or 12 feet from the
Is
table.
the table
Okay, so
down
we
the ground?
need to
move the
find a way to
table?
complete this
Yeah.
chain.
Yeah.
You just hold hands and touch.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Go.
But you have to keep
Sorry.
it active though.
I'm not
You can
a
use the
smart
corpses.
man,
The corpses
Jimmy.
can probably daisy chain up. I mean, electricity hitting up the muscle.
I mean, it would keep the hand there for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But there might not be any bodies left. I don't know.
I think Daisy Chain Up is a band name.
Daisy chain up. Yeah, that's a Christian rock. Yeah. So can we move the table? Is the table like stuck in the ground?
The table is stuck in the ground.
So I think
Is there bolts?
No.
Damn you.
yeah, so it's magically stuck. So basically, we just need to get this power supply connected to this table in order to
I was
get
never good at math.
to get it running. I don't have any. I don't have anything that.
So I couldn't like move like mage hand it over to the table and like.
It would move a little bit, but it would still be about a 10-foot distance between the
10-foot
cable and
distance.
the...
that weird wishbone looking thing. Can I pull that out and look at that?
Yeah.
I'd like to cast Identify ritually, so I need to take 10 minutes, but...
I mean, it would take 10 minutes, but you can do that.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I haven't...
Do you feel... could I blast a hole in the roof to get more of the cable out?
Go for it.
Thinking, worst case scenario, you blast the hole, you break the cable.
True.
Yes, I mean...
So...
Okay.
I mean, I can also amplify my ability to possibly get more electricity.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it will be working.
And there's like, is there any unactive tubes? Like
unactive tubes?
Yeah, like any auxiliary tubes, like not the other ones besides the ones that we care about. Like there's ones on the side, like
like spare tubes.
Yeah, spare tubes.
Oh, like tanks.
Yeah, tanks. Yeah.
Oh, there's many. There's several dozen tanks in here.
Could we just roll one over and hope to God that it's long enough to
complete the connection?
Yeah, I don't know.
So while they're doing that, I'd like to cast.
Bro, I'm not smart.
Yeah, you're taking your 10 minutes. I'm seeing what they're doing in the interim.
Stressing.
Move one of the tanks?
Yeah, can we move one of the tanks over and
like one of the main tanks that we care about?
No. The spare one.
To do what?
To connect the thing.
Use it as a capacitor.
Move it over.
Would it do that?
I have no clue, man. I don't know anything. I see
we
metal
could move
thing.
them to stand on top of the thing and try to see what's in the hole.
Aramer.
What?
Toss me up.
Okay.
You know how to say that.
Toss me. Try to
toss me.
Push Kenneth up.
Tolkien's like, what?
Or try to push him up towards the hole.
Yeah. Can I
see
grab
if you
it?
can see into the
cable?
hole.
Yeah. Can
It's
I
4
grab
feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Oh no, the
so
hole
I can
that the
kind of
cable
like
used to
lead it
go
up
into
to you, but
is
like
what they're trying
I'm
to
talking
do.
about the hole in the ceiling. Trying to push up
cable.
So that
Yeah.
so you can kind of possibly
Yes.
maybe we could do like a whoosh
He just
and throw up into
He said it was about 18 feet.
Well,
No. I said it was 4 feet off the ground, which made the cable length about 11 feet long.
So it's a
Yeah,
big
that's
long
what I said.
cord,
Yeah.
hang close to the ground. You
Thank
go towards up, and then
Thank
I
you,
would
Aramer.
swing
I
up.
feel alive again after being tossed. Period.
Completely. I love this table.
It's great.
We're so smart. Can I have a Sour Patch Kid?
Yeah.
I'm
Sour
sad.
Patch Kid break
Not a
everybody.
sponsor. Yeah.
Do
Nobody
I roll a
deserves a
strength
sour
check to
patch
throw
Kid right now.
into the hole?
How far?
How big is this hole, Calvin?
I rolled
Will.
3 craps getting
Oh,
the dice right now.
Break.
Is this equivalent?
It's a power cable.
Is
Yeah,
it
but I
the
didn't know
equivalent
you
of
made
like
it
the
sound
chair
like
from
it
Critical
could
Role?
have possibly been like blasted open or something.
Aramer,
If there's a bunch,
hold my hand.
I've got my smith
What
tools.
are
If
you-
there's a bunch of metal that we can.
Oh hell no! I'm not
get
gonna
together,
execute
I might be able
again.
to
Fuck
fashion
that.
I'm doing it. I'm
something
daisy
long
chaining
enough
it.
to
Let's go.
I would say start again.
You know how long you
Sorry.
need to hold that?
If we
It's fine.
hold the cord
kind
taut,
So you grab Aramer's hand,
no,
and then what do you do?
I am not.
Grab the cord.
Okay.
Do it.
Nothing happens.
Keep
You
grabbing.
grab the thing?
Yeah.
You are a psychopath.
Wait, they grabbed a live wire?
Uh huh.
Are they okay?
Yeah.
What?
We
How
gotta get
close
to
am
the
I
other
to
end.
the table?
How close are you to the table?
Yeah.
About 6 feet.
Could
How long is your maul?
End of my maul.
You get
Fuck that.
you get pretty close.
Is my
This is
electricity arc?
The DM is a
really
son of a bitch
stupid
right now.
idea.
Thulgrim,
Do you
get
not
on the
remember? Do you
end.
not run? Hell no.
This guy's
Do you not remember what this guy
I
did?
went unconscious touching a door handle.
Here's the thing, guys. I've got my smith tools. If we can just gather enough metal, I might be able to fashion something.
That's
that's
really
long enough.
good. That's a really good idea.
I was pulled into this plan. I don't know what
Why are
the
you getting peer
frick
pressured
I'm
into
doing.
touching a ground?
Are you touching the table?
I mean, like, I can't reach. I
You're
was
all
trying to-
crazy.
I mean, there was
You're
no
off your
possibility
trolley.
of me trying to jumpstart it with my electricity.
As you set your maul on the table,
Oh my gosh!
the muscles in both Kenneth and Armor's body lock up as you
instantly
feel the
gonna
electricity.
kind of, like, lightly
As
chuck
you
my
feel the
finger.
electricity shock through you, and the table activates, and you can see all the tanks.
Are they taking damage?
Hurry, please!
You haven't taken damage yet.
I'm ritually
Go, go,
casting
go,
Identify
go, go.
right now.
I'm
Stop
gonna
with
like
the
kind of toss
stupid-
my hammer at his hand
Yeah, please.
to kind of like disconnect the
Break my hand if you
break
have
the
to.
chain.
So you're breaking him off the table.
Yes.
Please.
Okay. The arc fades and
Okay.
Hey, so we know it works.
Yes. I will look
yeah.
around for metal.
Let's. I can do this. It's not going to be that bad. Let's do this. It might take a little bit.
After 10 minutes of them arguing about what to do, you find out it's a ring of evasion.
I'll take that.
It's a what?
Do I actually get it?
Does any metal? Any metal you care
I got
about?
big ovation.
Ring of evasion.
I earned it.
Fulgrim, any metal?
Yeah.
I pull out all of my crossbow bolts.
Here's a crowbar.
Sure.
Iron
I
pot.
have 20 crossbow bolts,
Okay.
and I just kind of like in a pack, kind of hand them to you. Use these as you can.
Are crossbow bolts made of metal?
I'm
Typically there would.
I mean, in my
These are
head,
fantasy bolts.
do you want to live? Always in my head throughout all of D&D for some
Yeah.
reason they've always been
Always been
completely
just-
like these.
I think it's the
metal
word
rods.
bolt. I
Like
think the word
dark.
I feel
bolt
like
is
there's
what
got
does
to
it.
be other things
Yeah,
in here that
I just
are
wonder
metal.
how heavy that is if it's a solid piece of
seriously.
metal.
It carries around
Freaking
40 pounds
heavy.
of crossbow
Yeah.
bolts.
Is there any metal
Crossbow
on the?
I mean, yeah. Now that
on the
I'm
phone?
looking at it, it says it's 1.5 pounds. Which it's
Doesn't-
not very.
Doesn't seem
well,
like very
doesn't sound
heavy.
metal.
Yeah.
Well, you could try and
I can
salvage.
smash it really thin. It's not going to matter if it's a ton.
I mean,
Can I
can
do
make
just
it
like
really
a
thin.
metal check?
Isn't there like a forge in a nearby room?
No.
No.
My bad.
I'm just gonna
You guys are killing me.
scour for supplies.
Your first idea works.
Just do it.
Just
All right,
do it.
The DM's
Yeah,
saying
works.
just do it.
It works.
that cat.
Okay, I'm gonna look at them and say,
I
don't,
thought you're going to die.
don't,
I'm very
don't,
confident
okay.
it's fine.
don't do anything yet. I'm gonna make sure I've got everything in order on.
Yeah, get ready to put the thing in and get like.
Yep.
Lou
So
just
I'm,
takes like what's left of that greater healing potion that he had, and just preps it, just ready to.
yep.
Here,
I'm gonna
Lou,
go
This
over.
very quickly.
I'm gonna go over to first Zeph's unconscious body, and I'm gonna kind of like put the crystal, the embodiment of his heart song, just like on his chest for a minute. I'm just gonna put my hand over it and be like, all right, mate. We're gonna bring you back, maybe. But if you're on the other side and you can hear me, just be ready for whatever. You know, I don't know, but I don't know what else to do, and I don't know how to do this without you. I mean, you're my best mate. I've known you for literally my entire existence. So this is the best crack I got, and we're gonna get you back, but and then we're gonna get you, kid. So boom. Over, go to the tank, and I'm trying to place the crystal like where I feel like it's supposed to go.
Sure.
Yeah.
Does it?
It sets in there.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna look at the two of them.
Okay.
And
Guidance.
Gonna like. All
Well,
right.
it's time.
I'm gonna hit you with a cure wounds before we do it.
It's a 25.
And I'm just going to stand there with my hammer
Oh,
again,
nice.
just in case.
Wait,
Yeah, maybe be ready to
How much-
slap
how
your
much do you
hand.
have?
I have 36. I'm good.
You sure?
I'm at 37.
Alright,
Max
Lu's
is
just
39,
Lu's just like
so-
cast guidance on him before he does
Be
his
fine.
thing, and Lu's just like just preps with like a healing potion.
That's
like
likely be done.
probably is there a chair somewhere? Can just
Probably.
like, yeah, he
Yeah.
drags a chair over so he can like just like pour it like away from them and try not to get like.
Can you
excited.
split it like halvesies?
No.
That's not how it works, but okay.
It becomes just a normal healing.
Find
Okay,
a funnel and a tube, please.
Okay, so
Alright.
you
We're going to tank number 1. Do either of them have wings?
no.
Okay. So that's flightless bird. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my side of things and get it to where I feel like it's ready, and I'm gonna look at the adapters. I'm just gonna say, all right, I think I just need a power source.
I'm ready.
So
Our source has names.
if you believe in anything, I'd pray to it, curse it, or whatever.
Don't worry, you don't need
worry.
faith. I have a healing potion. We're
I
good.
pray to the undying, so it won't happen.
Come on, bad boy arm glyphs. Let's go.
You guys are idiots. I love it.
You got your moon sister tattoo of
Yeah.
omnipotence.
Are
I think Melora is who that's about, but I ain't sure.
Are you ready, Glyph?
Laura got
On
you.
3?
And Glyph like very nervously gives you like a thumbs up.
I'm already grabbing it. I'm ready.
Okay.
You like it way
3,
too
I'm
much.
going to activate it.
Okay.
Feel
Okay.
alive.
Remember, we are trying to set the scene. We are trying to put the soul of our friend back into his body.
It's going to take some time.
Yeah, so I don't think this is like a whimsical, like, oh boy.
I know,
think
I'm
it's-
just trying to get as much as a jump start as we can into this
Okay.
process so
Gotcha.
that you don't have like a, ooh, let me slow
All
it
jokes-
in. It's like,
all
be
jokes-
ready to immediately activate
Wait, so we're putting
the
their souls into different bodies or their old bodies?
No, we can't.
Different
Their
bodies.
old bodies are dead. They're
New bodies.
shells.
All right, cool.
Yes.
I'm just curious. I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
a potion
yeah.
guy. I'm just a potion guy. I don't know what's
No,
going on.
so basically, when you talked to Lord Fairlight, he said, "Oh, there's no souls in these
Yeah.
bodies because the bodies are now useless. They're broken beyond repair."
Okay.
So we've found bodies in theory that
No, I understand all that. I'm just saying. I was just curious because he put the crystal on his body, so I was just.
Oh, I put it on his as like a goodbye old friend kind of thing, like trying to be serious.
Already, 1, 2, 3, bam!
Okay.
I started.
As you make the connection, your bodies lock up again from the electricity. Not painful, but definitely not comfortable. The table activates again. The glyphs and the runes reactivating. The tanks all begin to activate. The one that the crystal's been set in. As the crystal's been set in it, the tank activates, and you immediately see a light appear from that slot. As the body inside begins, there's bubbles begin to boil up from the inside of the tank. As the body doesn't move, but the tank is now activated and running. You see the glyphs down in front of you. This very strange resurrection process has begun. So,
Okay.
now we come to the rolls that I said you didn't worry about.
These are Drew's rules, right? Because he's being resurrected.
Here's how this goes. You have inscribed several things across this. I'm going to need you to make a roll based on what you inscribed. And I'm going to have 2 other people give what they inputted and make a roll based on that. So, with that in mind, who was the first person to contribute to Zeph's crystal?
I gave Zeph's crystal.
As he was writing, he asked for everybody to give descriptors. So, basically what I'm going to ask for you is I'm going to ask a roll of some kind. I need you to give me what you did and what skill you used to give it. And then that will roll based on that. And we'll give successes and failures. I make the final roll, and we see what happens.
Okay. So I've just I have to say like a word that describes.
Anything you can say whatever you want, but it has to somehow tie into a skill that you're going to use to roll this, and that skill is up to you. It can be persuasion. You can eloquently say ways to beg Zeph to come back to the body. It can be intelligence. You can talk about all of the smart things he did. It can be charisma. You can use your charisma to.
We love you so much, buddy.
It can be whatever you want it to be, but you have to convince me that is the role I would grant.
My highest plus is to intimidation. I don't think I'm going to do that.
Talk about how
I will never knock the hustle. That's convincing enough. I'll let
Zeph
you roll
inadvertently
intimidation.
intimidated people all the time. He's a draconian, for Christ's sake.
Dude, his favorite person was
So
probably
in the
his drill
description, or
sergeant.
to yourself, did you intimidate Zeph, and how did you do it?
I think Zeph made Lucius realize that he has a very angry part of himself that gets. He's usually one that's very patient, but he did get annoyed a lot from this guy, and there's a deep-seated rage within him, one that where like angry not necessarily at him, but at the fact that like he left when he did, and mad at like whatever powers that be. And so I would probably say like his form of dread like starts to like appear. Lucius, like what you see is like Lucius staring down at like this entire process, and you see the shadows behind him like grow darker, and like you see a large looming figure behind him, and just like dark smoke emanates from his like nostrils, and
Like a mirror of his dread
Yeah.
behind him. I like that. Go ahead with that beautiful wordplay in mind. Go ahead and roll an intimidation check for me.
Okay. Just straight up rolling. I'm a roller.
Yeah.
What do I roll? Do I roll in the little box or big box?
Big box.
Big box.
Big box. Big box. Big rolls.
Natural 1.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You are kidding her? Okay, cool.
I'm kidding you. I'm re-rolling that. No, I rolled a natural 1.
That's a natural one?
Yeah,
Okay.
9. 9.
Okay. That is...
I'm never using that box again.
Sorry, Drew, you're dead.
That is 2 failures. All right.
2 failures?
That's 2 failures.
How do we get 2?
That's a critical fail. 2 fails.
Oh, right.
Natural
Come on,
20 would be
guys,
2 successes.
Just roll a natural.
All right.
Come on.
The next person who contributed to this, who was that?
Well, my plus is stealth, plus 10, so I'll stealth right into his heart. And no, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I don't think there's a way I could legitimately do that. No,
That
I
was
don't
a shit roll.
actually. I just
I'm
can't get rid
I'm
of
a little
it.
bit mad. I'm a little bit angry.
I had a goth.
It's okay.
happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
Could I use perception?
How would you use your perception in
Because
treating
I
this?
would reach out with my heart. Listen, I would reach out with my heart song in earnest.
Valid.
Advantage. She said heart
Valid.
song.
Yeah.
That's with advantage right there.
With earnest, because I know Zeph has the purest heart song in all the land. Out of anybody who I've met has a heart song, and I could tell.
You could perceive that.
I could perceive it.
You know what? That's good enough.
Please, thank you.
Go ahead and roll your perception. check
I'm
for me.
so. I want to barf.
Roll a natural 20 to equal that out.
Variance.
Oof, not great. 14.
Oh my god, I thought that was a 1. It was a 7. Holy
Stop using the big box
We have
first.
advantage. Suck.
Not
Okay,
convincing. All right.
Lastly,
Yeah.
okay,
Where?
so what I'm gonna do is what I did was I described Zeph, but actually what I did was I just described a dragon. Did everything I could,
Okay.
massive wings, wisdom. Some would say, others wouldn't.
We summon chromatic dragon.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome. but say, in many ways the embodiment of a dragon, but mostly in the size of his heart and his willingness to do whatever was necessary. And I shed a little dragon tear right onto the crystal
Those are magic.
to use nature.
Go ahead.
Crystal, man.
Did you also work them?
16
You have a D4 you can use.
plus a D4. 19.
And another D4. No, because I gave him guidance and he used an amulet skill slot.
Oh, it would have been nice to have guidance earlier.
It wasn't in the box.
22.
No, that's it. I have
That is
nothing
a
left for
success.
the rest of the day.
So that's 2.
So, 2 successes and 2 failures. Based on that, I adjust my DC, and now I roll.
So it's-
Okay, I have nothing left of the talisman.
I'm gonna barf. I'm gonna barf.
And then we can do this again for Tabidi if this works. Hold on.
I'm so fucking sorry.
Oh, he's taking a picture. It's either
That
really
means
good
it's
or
either
really
nat 1 or
bad.
nat 20. Son of a bitch. Campaign 4, guys. See you in 6 months.
The room explodes.
Are you tweeting it? What's happening?
Hey guys.
I'm going to. You know what?
First player death.
We're going to make this a little interesting. I'm going to have you guys leave the room.
All of us?
All but Drew.
Yes.
Out in the hallway.
Guys, let's go smoke.
Either out in the hallway or out in the other rooms. Up to you.
I gotta pee anyways.
Yeah, I was about to say I need to eat also.
Yeah, everyone, let's go pee.
I hate this.
I'm not here.
Turn their tunes on real loud.
Thank you.
Want me to come over there?
No.
Oh, no, I guess you have
You're
to
fine.
speak up for the...
Zeph. The moment comes where you feel your mind let go right after the attack. And in that moment where you feel your body beginning to give up and you knew that the end was coming. And so you just let your mind go. Where your mind went, anyone can say. Maybe it went back to the days of old when you were with Emeraldi here in the labs. Maybe it went to a time before all of this, if that even is possible. Maybe it went to a place you've never been before. Wherever you felt yourself going, you cannot say. But it was a nice experience. And then ever so slowly, there was a pull, a memory of what you had become, and what you could have done. And you feel like even though you can't go back to the way things were, you feel like you could start anew. But not in the way of brand new. A different new. And as your consciousness kind of floats in this etherealness of life, its grandiose spectrum laid out in front of you, that pull gets harder and harder until you relent and you feel your consciousness drifting back to the material plane, back to Talrun Mall, back to that dingy old laboratory, back to a form unknown to you, yet somehow welcoming. an energy, a mysticism, a magic beyond which you can't explain or fathom draws you in. And for the briefest moment, you feel like you can feel the very life of Tarud Maul. For just the briefest moment. And that moment is pulled away as your eyes open and your muscles twitch. New, unfamiliar, but definitely still you. Welcome back to the land of the living. Yeah. Come on in.
Oh, good timing.
Look at your screen just in case spoilers.
I hate this feeling.
Calvin has the biggest smirk on his face. I
Yeah,
do
'cause he
not
just
like
farted.
this at all.
That could be that.
He big patooted over there.
That's all I want you guys to do, is just leave all that happen.
Yeah.
Drew, you have to whiff this stank.
Yeah. It's like, bear with me. Just bear with
For
me.
both of those failed rolls, you gotta smell like.
As you finish this ritual of this strange resurrection, you watch as the power continues to flicker and glow. The runes on the crystal begin to emanate, the tank itself emanating with this strange, uncanny light. And then after a few moments, it powers down. There's a pause. And then you hear this little... And you can see the green liquid inside this tank slowly begins to drain out. And the body that is floating in that liquid slowly comes to a resting position, leaning upright, but leaning against the glass itself. The liquid draining off the body, revealing a very, not white, not clear, but crystalline form. Still not fully like a crystal, but the scales give off this strange kind of leading edge of crystalline essence. Quite beautiful, actually. And the body just kind of rests there for a second before and coughs up more of that green stuff. As that happens, the tank rotates and the sides will begin to recede as the body slowly stumbles and begins to pitch forward as it's going to fall out of the tank here in a second.
Pothole catches him.
Good old Pothole. Pothole reaches out and gently catches the body as it falls to the ground, as the eyes open, blinking slowly, and it speaks its first sentence.
Whoa! Thanks, Pothole!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
We've messed it up. We messed it up.
And I just run over and just hug the shit out of whatever it is.
Yeah, he hugs him right back. Well, oh, it's so good to see you.
Hey, Ziff.
I'm naked and I love it.
All right, we'll work on that, mate.
Honestly, that fits him more. Honestly, I think it does.
Maybe just a cloth or something. You can't have your cloth out. What's death like? Oh, wow, I guess I should have just said it like that.
Can we keep working on the
Can we get, TBD
I'm
next?
still processing it. Oh!
Oh, shit, yep, yeah, oh my god, so we've got, okay, so we know it works in theory.
How are the conductors doing?
They're fine. They're still...
Oh my god, fan art. His mane was just shocked with electricity.
Yeah.
It's always like that.
I love it.
I activate like my lightning.
It's pretty great.
Okay, okay.
What's your resistance at this point?
So now I have to inscribe another crystal with everything about Tabidi.
Yeah.
So,
Can we have Zeph do something?
yes, it would make sense for Zeph to do one of them. Who wants to do the other two? We'll still have two
Who
more
hasn't
to
done
do.
anything yet?
These two haven't
did
done
say
one
what's
either,
up.
So they
technically.
If they, I don't know. Do you guys feel like you characters would be able to do something, or do they feel like they're not close enough to the situation to actually do anything?
I feel like I'm definitely not.
Okay, so one of us will take his place. That makes sense.
I'll still make them roll.
Okay, so Matt, you have to give a nice try.
I've been on 4 adventures.
Yeah, I'm still making a roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, do you guys want to keep trying to bullshit your way out of this?
Amplify the current, maybe we'll make it more powerful.
Now the BS has to come from, how are you going to convince me these are good rolls?
Yeah. Okay, so I will set about the word.
The same
Yes,
process.
but
the same
you guys
thing.
are the ones giving me what to inscribe this time.
To skip the role play portion of this, we'll go ahead and dive straight into the role portion of this and see where we go.
Like a little bit
Yeah.
from Aramir. Kind of just like the idea of to kind of bring back the kind of like childlike emotion that's kind of with the party all the time, where it's just like TBD is this kind of naive child that's just kind of, I mean,
innocently good.
Yeah, one of the last things that he said was training time. So before that happened, so it's kind of just like putting that emotion into the crystal, writing that down.
Okay.
But that's pretty much as Aramir could.
So
give.
what role is that attributed to?
Also, is this...
could this be a perception from what he's seen?
Feels like a Control-C, Control-V of what Kenneth did.
Hell yeah, because it's a good idea.
He had different verbiage.
He did, but he's using the same role for that. So I'll allow it. It's just going to be a harder role to do.
Or if you just do a straight...
Did you use perception?
She did.
Yeah.
Because I perceive
So you're doing feelings and stuff?
I thought you.
What's your insight?
Yeah.
+0.
So that was
that's
very
fine.
athletic.
I mean, just to roll the roll, really.
Yeah, good. Oh, no, I could have.
You want to use? Can we use high variant die in this situation?
Ooh.
Nope.
No, you can't.
Not unless I deem it worthy.
Worthy. So unless we're fusing two broken souls together, we can't.
His mind processing that was doing athletics.
Because you
so.
know the idea of athletics. You know,
That would be pretty cool.
I just don't know what else it would
So you could
be.
make observations based on
Because it's
your
like...
knowledge of athletics.
Push-ups.
That would be the only way.
It's up to you, dude. You can use perception. It's just the DC's increased.
Also, is this draconian a little bit smaller? I guess it would be a lizard folk or dragonborn with wings. Is it smaller than the other one?
You'll find out.
Unclear at this point. Hard to tell. Might be a little smaller.
Some thick
proportionally.
liquid.
I mean, I'll try. Because I can't think of
Make a
any
perception
other
check
kind
on
of...
it.
You got this, dude. You got this. Don't worry about it.
For England.
So it's +3. Alright.
Not bad. Not
22.
22.
Let's go.
Very good. All right.
19?
The next roll. Thulgrin.
No, you were at the A's already. Yeah, scroll higher.
I don't think we've ever interacted.
So that's already been. I'm telling you, that's.
I don't know how to explain that.
Well, I mean, that's the beauty of roleplay. I can't do it for you. I'm not going to do it for you.
I know.
What you doing there, man?
You're in awe by the athletic nature of this child.
I am. I have noticed, being that I am naturally athletic, that I did notice his athleticism and want to try to put everything I have into that to maybe hopefully either continue to coach him or maybe even learn a little bit from him in the future. And so I want to try to put everything I have into this with an athletics role. That's about all I got.
Maybe you can like tense all your muscles, you know?
I thought it was a valiant try, Matt.
I mean, I've literally never met the we've never talked at all.
Yes, but
you are both people with few words.
You are a person who is aware of the. You are aware of the risk and reward of living through life, and you know that like sometimes it takes a little more than like skill or luck to get by. And you are, not a man of the cloth, but you are a devoted dwarf. Take that however you will, but I don't know if athleticism is going to help us in this moment.
So, guys, how did you do it?
Crazy surfer dude.
I don't know yet.
What are you thinking?
Just use a skill that hasn't been used yet.
So his abilities
Which would be nature, intimidation.
You use nature.
Yeah, these are the ones that have been used.
yeah.
Yeah, nature, intimidation, perception.
Perception.
Yeah, he used intimidation, yeah.
Okay, so you still got plenty to pick from.
It's hard to sway a lot of these, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Religion?
that
Can
might
you
be
pray
your best
about
way
it?
to go about it. Or religion.
That was the thing with like Aaron,
But
it's just like
they don't want to do religion.
the only thing you do about it. It's just like this is what I've used.
Do you want Crystal Zeph to jump in?
You're about to do yours here in a second, so.
I didn't know that.
I guess I will. I know how hard it is to survive
Okay.
in this world,
Sure.
and I just see this little kid that's got a lot left to live, and I just want to try to put all of my survival in.
You want him to survive. Sure. That the will to survive is a powerful thing, and it transcends races and creeds. So I will say go ahead and make a survival check.
It's gonna be a 12.
I'm sorry, what?
12.
All that effort for 12. Very good. Good roll. Good
Wow.
and good decision making.
Yeah.
I applaud you on your decision making. All right. Last but not least, the only other person who hasn't contributed will be Zeph in this moment. As you see them struggling to get TBD back, your mind immediately recollects what just happened.
Yeah.
So you have a moment to contribute to this resurrection if you choose so.
Sure, I definitely. I was going to use survival, but he just did that.
Sure.
So I think
Off the charts, yeah. You have a
When all else
10
fails,
at
we
least.
just pull that heart song right up between our butt cheeks.
I think
Straight out.
Yeah. So I was gonna say
Let's make the heart song.
I was gonna say that initially when he kind of thought of Tabidi as a pet before he saw him as a friend and family member,
Yeah.
so he'd use animal handling.
I mean, that doesn't not play.
Holy
Come on, boy. Come on. You can make it. Come on, boy. That's a good boy. Come on. You've got this.
Your old voice.
You know what? That's fine.
Okay.
I will allow an
Yeah, the vocal cords were just
handling
broken in.
check. Go ahead and roll, my
Your
dude.
voice.
Come on, boy. You got this. You got
Dude, God.
Come on, buddy.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to pull. We're gonna have to pull and
That's
see.
not count.
that
That's
didn't
not a
count.
box.
14.
14. Okay.
Wait.
So those are
Three dice?
so a success and not a failure, but doesn't it?
Didn't move the needle.
We'll see what it does. But one success for sure.
kid back.
And then I think that was that everybody?
Yeah.
All three of them.
Oh, what did you roll?
I did.
I forgot what you rolled.
22.
Yeah,
You rolled a 22.
Two
Thank you.
successes.
Thank you. So success and a success. Unfortunately, yours is not a success, but good effort on your part. Okay, so I will now make the roll.
Good effort.
Cool,
Not.
cool.
It's whether my friends comes back, man. Shit.
We're gonna have to do like a poll to see like who prefers Zeph's voice, either his old
Oh
one or his
yeah,
new one.
I'll do the same thing for Tabidi, but I'm gonna like for some reason decide to yell like he can't hear me. Like, mate, I know you're there.
Yeah.
So here in a second.
All right, here we go.
This is the weirdest shit I've ever been through.
Yeah, do the
This is so weird, man.
Do we need to leave the room again?
call.
Do you leave the room?
He's taking more pictures.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Tabidi, you stay here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The professor said, "Oh God."
So much chaos. All right.
Could have gone this way, Will.
Now you know, everyone could have, but they decided not to. All right, you'll close the doors for me, Will. Thank you.
I've never noticed those doors.
Yeah, you know, they stay hidden. Tabidi. The moment of impact happens, and your mind immediately knows what happened. You know that your life ended abruptly. And the reason why this world is so ambiguous on what is in the afterlife is because it's different for every creature. Your consciousness begins to dissolve into this ethereal wasteland of vast opportunity and vast potential. You immediately understand that you could take yourself and go to the land of the gods, to Elysium. You also understand that you could also just fade away and join the collective magic of this world. You also begin to recollect memories and thoughts of who you were, what you became, what you could have become. You begin to see these tendrils, these branches of potential, of what could have been, of what was, of what simultaneously wasn't, but was, in a non-linear sense, but stretched out before you, easily seen in your mind's eye. As all of this is happening, you suddenly feel a tug on your spirit, and the remembrance of the life you once lived, as unknown and as chaotic as it was. There was a sense of purpose beyond the purpose you were given to this world, and you feel like even though you've lost that one path, as you can see it is now stretching out and fading away into nothingness, you also can see that that path still travels on, just at a different angle, but yet somehow still makes its way along the same path that it was before. You see your consciousness begin to develop into that cramped little laboratory, and the people down there reaching out with whatever they can, with, for lack of a better term, what appears to be some sort of a heart song pulling out into the ethos. And you can see that, while unfamiliar, there is potential in this strange kind of emerald green body that floats in this tank. It pulls and pulls at you, and you feel like even though the story of the little boy ended, it's not over. And you feel your essence, your spirit, your personality gets pulled into the Emerald Draconian. And your eyes open for the first time. In a new body, a different body, an unfamiliar body. But TBD is still here. Welcome back to the land of living.
What do I do now?
We'll get them back in. But basically, that's why your character is a level 1 gem dragon.
Oh.
Because TBD is still alive, but he's in a very different body now.
I thought the TBD there was like D&D Beyond's way of telling you don't have a name.
Nope.
Okay. Oh man, I gotta think of a voice now. Is there like a size?
You don't have to change much about you if you don't want to. You can change your voice if you want to. You can stay the same way you were. It is you. It's a different body and also a different class. But
I figured the voice would just be a little more gruff.
If you want to do that, that would be fine. But yeah, it's you, but it's a brand new you. So
okay. Cool.
And it also, I didn't tell Cedric yet, it is level 1 because you are brand new to your new form. But you'll learn quickly. You're pretty good at that.
Okay. Do I still... I don't know if this is a recording thing or not.
No, you're fine.
That one, what I tried to have as my backstory with like the symbol on my hand and what that could lead to, do I still have...
We'll get to the symbol. You don't see it yet because you're still pretty wobbly, but we may. We'll see what happens there.
Wanted to approach that too, but at the same time, I'm more concerned with trying to figure out, like, instantly the machines are twirling in my head. Is there something we can do to bring our friends back?
Wonderful, good.
Honestly, after that show that Bellfire did, I don't know if
Did
I
Calvin
tried
tell
that
you
idea with anything, but
that my
kill that bitch.
in-laws just adore you? But I know I'm sure you're used to that, and I'm sure he just didn't want to add it to all of them. Sorry.
I like them too.
Matt.
What if I just wasn't here? Like my stuff's all packed up and I'm just...
You guys got Matt left.
That'd be incredible.
That would have been actually kind of a power move.
Oh
That would
my
be a power
god.
move.
And the episode ends
All
with
that there is like
Goodbye.
tears left.
Yeah.
from the worst band of all time. That's how we fade out episode 32.
Oh my gosh.
Carved into the table, TBD was here.
Look at this!
As the ritual completes, you can see the body floating in the tank. The moment passes, everyone holds their breath. The glyphs power down, the tank begins to drain. The sides lower. This body does not stand upright. It crumples down as the tank collapses. There's a moment of pause as everyone's kind of looking at it. Pothole kind of ambles up, pokes it, looks up at you, and without killing the moment, tells you it's breathing.
Alright, well, pick it up. Come on, mate. Let's go.
Gently lifting up the body, he brings it down and sets it down on the ground next to the other one. This one, an emerald green, crystalline color. As he sets it down next to Zeph and Glyph. Its eyes slowly open, and it speaks.
Hey, Pothole, you didn't tell them the secret, did you? Okay, cool. Hey, guys.
Oh my god, he's back. Tabiti's back. Tabiti, you're actually a dragon. Look at his hands.
That's so cool.
He's one of
He's
us.
actually your son now.
Oh
Can
my
you disconnect us?
God. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Zolgren, you gotta hammer his hand.
Lucius like
You
pushes him
can
with his chair.
disconnect them, no issue, as everything powers
Sorry
down.
about that, my bad.
Like Lucius
I was in
like,
the moment
Lucius
trying to
checks on
fight
him.
back tears.
Like he does like a quick like medicine thing. He just like checks up on everyone that was the current.
That's a good idea.
You're gonna definitely have some heart problems later in life, but we're adventurers. We're not gonna live that
It doesn't
long,
matter.
so.
My traps are 6 times the size that they were before.
You're like the fucking juggernaut. Like
Yeah.
what?
Oh,
It looks
yeah.
like a smaller Kenneth is coming out of the top of the cannon.
Just you wait, Papa. When we bail, hey.
Can we do like a cursory kind of like
When we both talked.
I don't even know what the best way to describe it would be, but like almost like when something is brought online, you're doing like diagnostics for lack of a better word.
like a rundown diagnostic
Yeah,
check.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, like
like
medicine checks on
like
them
see
and
if they're able to walk even.
Make
'cause
a
it
medicine
kind of
check if you want to.
Fell out. Do they need to make check like athletics or acrobatics or anything?
We'll see.
24 for me.
24.
Combined 31 between
They
the two of us.
are
Nice.
they are definitely. These bodies have not been used. There's definitely
So there's like
some,
muscular atrophy and stuff.
Oh yes, there's a lot of there's going to be some pacing to come along with them. You also see that they tire very quickly. Outside mechanical thing, you both start at level 1
Whoa!
That's awesome.
Whoa!
because
That's
you are
sick.
in brand new bodies that you are not fully in control of yet.
Wait, that's actually incredibly scary for combat. Like we do not. They can die instantly.
We have like not even glass cannons. We have glass
Walking
buttons.
like baby
Okay,
deer.
hold on.
Kind of that very like stilt-legged their bodies are new. They
Glass
don't
pop
understand them.
rocks.
So you guys have lots of muscular
I'm
atrophy.
gonna try to kind of like rest like TBD's like arm across my shoulder to kind of like help him walk.
Yeah.
And slowly.
They can move it. The strength does quickly come to them, but yeah, it does take a
Didn't know if
minute.
it
But
was, like-
no, he's not not late.
So as far as being able to move, it's like a leg falling asleep, not.
yeah, it's like it's gonna they're gonna like stumble a little bit, but they're not impeded right now.
I'm trying. How do I do a hybrid between those voices now? I'm just gonna
Hey,
keep
good luck.
flip-flopping back and forth.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, hey, Pothole, give me a ride? Thanks.
You can sit on Pothole,
Yeah,
and he kind of
yeah.
your feet kind of just pad against the ground as you go. 'Cause you're not. I mean, he's not that tall,
Yeah.
but he's gonna bear a lot of the weight.
Okay.
Normally, Zeph, I'd ride on your back, but seeing as how we're kind of the same size.
Nah, dude, I think that's a time of our life that has
Yeah.
passed.
I don't think that'll work anymore.
We finally look the
This is
same.
crazy.
Wild.
This is crazy.
Yeah, Glyph is just like looking at his two friends and like trying to wrap his brain around the last 10 minutes of his life. He's like, I'm gonna.
Oh, this has been several hours.
Okay, the last several. And he's like pulling out his notebook for a second and like goes to. Jesus. That's not good. Okay, 9/11?
Drew was just showing them his character sheet. It's pretty sad.
I'm gonna try and make an intelligence check to write down whatever I think worked in this process.
Sure.
Just to add to the notebook.
Yeah.
15.
15. All right. Yeah, you can write down some notes that may help you later.
Okay, cool. Yep. So notes on reincarnation, not reanimation.
Basically,
Yeah.
it's like a less magical thing, and it's really cool. It's really freaking cool.
Now, Speedy, it's not going to be super different for him, but it might be real different for you. keep in mind that you probably have different limitations than you might have had before, or maybe advantages. So you're going to have a lot to learn through, little buddy. Also, it's kind of disturbing to see your human body over there. So if you need to process that at some point, no questions are bad questions.
Lucius is
Feel
crying
free
like
to
happy
talk.
tears of blood.
TBD didn't notice that his body was over there until he said that. So he's pretty silent.
Now he takes 1d12 of psychic damage.
Should we?
You're traumatized.
Yeah.
You have 4 hit points. No.
Listen, Tabidi, if it helps you, that body was merely a husk. It was merely a temporary vessel for your life force.
Do you guys want to
Go out to eat or something? Can we do that?
loot
Applebee's?
your bodies?
Yeah.
No, do you want your own stuff back?
It's a little bit easier than loot your bodies.
Do you guys want to loot your
You're gonna
bodies?
strip your clothes and get your
anybody
old bodies.
It's their stuff.
Lucius takes off his newly gotten ring of evasion and gives it to probably I'll give it to TBD.
Okay.
I think.
Is that something I have to attune to? Or?
Yes,
Yeah, you do.
It will
eventually,
take a
but,
it will take a
just
attunement,
put
but
it
you
in your
have it for
inventory
now.
because you're level 1, and I think every saving throw matters. So
That's, yeah, you're not wrong.
I, for one, think that it would be really useful for me to go through the process of saying goodbye to my former, corpse. I don't know.
Okay.
Meat husk.
Would you like to walk Tabidi through that as well, too?
Mate,
Yeah.
if you guys would like, we could kind of do like an impromptu kind of funeral for who you were. I mean,
I'm good at those. I'm really good at funerals.
yeah, well, you're somebody new. You're a new thing. Yeah, it's awesome. So,
I'm great at funerals.
let's say goodbye to what you were.
Yeah.
It's like a rebirth or something.
Okay.
Should we also bring these to Balefire to give the burning?
Yeah. What do we do about Balefire?
Yeah,
I
I know.
haven't
It'd be
really
good.
given him another thought after
At the very least, he would want to give Zeph's old body a funeral.
We could do this now, this little ceremony here, and then carry those to Bale.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
Well, aren't we here to fix them? Do we have
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We'll take care of this, and then we'll tell them that we found some leads. I mean, we're able to completely restore their bodies, so we could probably figure something out to restore him too.
Where is Bale?
I don't know. He kind of actually disappeared in we had a bit of a spat because when you guys went down, he kind of just looked around oh, I guess I can't do nothing because I'm not pissed off right now. So he and I kind of went at it.
I'm not gonna lie, he kind of
Got
overstepped
it.
some boundaries. I think I'm honestly quite angry with him.
You go and process your feelings, mate.
Maybe we should
I want to
process this
punch
before
him,
we.
but my punches are incredibly weak. They do 0 damage.
I mean,
that
he's
wouldn't
going to be
have
kind
been a bad idea.
of upset about this
I would
too,
die.
probably.
We need to
It'd be pretty cool.
come
though.
together and not so emotionally distraught.
Right. Ground ourselves.
Kind of like a
Yeah,
cool, a cool
like
heads
they did
prevail.
with the electrical wire.
Yes, emotionally grounding.
Okay.
Yep. So I think
Kind of, it was,
It is grounding.
yeah, we might need to go find Balefire.
Okay. You begin to gather. Are you taking anything off the bodies before you?
That would be a you guys question.
I'll take that rope thing.
Yeah. Whatever equipment you had on your old bodies, if you want to go ahead and pull that off and add it to your
You're
inventory,
worth the
you're more than
equipment, not
welcome
gonna
to.
lie. There's a lot of
Yeah, does Drew get his packed
oh
tools
yeah,
back?
it was his body.
The episode that just dropped was the one where he had the passive aggressive conversation with
About
you
his
about
pack
pack
tools?
tools,
Yeah.
and I cracked up at work so hard.
Yeah,
It made me
no,
so
that's
happy.
great.
I want to use my pack weapon to summon a net. Okay.
So is this your solution?
Okay.
You kill them off?
I gave him more game-breaking things. Don't worry about it.
Drew will always find the game-breaking things. You don't need to give him any.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not.
He'll find the way.
The rule of cool is I think the most important rule in
Yeah,
D&D.
it's 100% it is.
That's definitely the rule he abuses for sure.
Hey, officer, I know the speed limit is 65, but how badass did I look on 107?
Go on 107.
You looked really cool.
Our friends are alive. Sweet. Awesome.
Okay, well,
So I'll carry. I'll just throw dead Zeph over my shoulder.
and I'll carry TDD again.
Can I have a quick conversation with my patron?
Sure.
Yo, did you see that?
I'm still a little fuzzy on the details, but that was pretty cool.
That was pretty sick.
I was not aware that one could transfer their consciousness from one mind to another. That's pretty freaking cool.
That's pretty freaking cool! That's what I'm saying! So, like, wait, I thought, like, what was your deal? Like,
what was mine?
Yeah, I only knew you guys a coffin, man. I don't really know, like, anything else about it. Like,
yes,
yeah, like,
yes.
Is your consciousness the coffin, or, like, is there, like, something in it?
No, I'm mostly an undead spirit. I'm not,
You're incorporeal? Do you think, wait, can we do that with you? Do you think we could put a body, like, put you in a body? Wait, no, and then put you in a body, and then we can kill you, and then you can actually die for once and for all.
My spirit is still undead, so it wouldn't work that way.
Damn it!
I appreciate the thought.
I thought he just, like, gave you an idea for an
Seriously, I thought he just
you
resolved
decide
that,
to
bro.
live forever. It kind of puts a damper on dying normally.
Damn it! I'm trying to help!
We put TBD's body in. Transfer your patron's consciousness.
Oh my god, Lord Farai as an avatar?
Please don't.
Alright. I appreciate you, Farai. I'm gonna go keep on talking to my friends. I'm gonna get outside my head now.
You do that.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Okay, that was weird.
Your eyes kept like rolling back. It was kind of creepy.
We've seen
I
a lot of
appreciate
weird
you
stuff.
guys keeping watch though.
And then at one point you said you were gonna gaslight your friends.
What?
Right at the very end.
Keep him watch. We couldn't look away.
Is it because I'm good looking?
No, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like watching Return of the King Extended Edition. It's 4 hours, but you gotta strap in. That's what we just did.
Yeah, you call me the king?
No.
Oh.
What the hell is this?
Oh, hey, we're coming to look
As
for you.
everyone turns around, you can see that Balefire is now standing in the doorway, looking like at everyone standing there. The two bodies slung over your shoulders, just kind of eyes going from body to body, and then looking down at the two new bodies that are standing there.
It's them!
Hey, we did it. We figured out how to bring him back, so we brought them back.
What did you do?
I mean, essentially, actually, it's brilliant, if I could say so myself.
We did something different.
I mean, we did exactly what Emeraldi did for us.
People should
just
write about this.
For them. We put their consciousness into draconian bodies.
That's not what he would have done.
Well, it's what he
Emeraldi
did several
made-
times.
I mean, he did it a lot of times, mate.
No, he made something good. He took the essence of our ancestors and put it in us. He didn't take a corpse and transfer it into another corpse.
What are you
To be
mad
fair-
that Zeph is back?
Yeah, these are already good people putting good people into, like, another good body.
This is a perversion of what Emeraldi would have wanted.
Well, it's entirely up for debate.
And how would you know
How would you know what he
what he
wants?
wanted and didn't want? You with your new families, you with your new allegiances. This is not what he would have wanted for the ordinance, and I will not stand for it.
Hey, Bale, you're gonna want to calm down.
You're level 2 for saying him to Bill.
What'd you say?
You're level 2 for doing that.
Oh, nice.
So this is how it is.
I mean, yeah, I would say this is how it is. Hey, 2 members of our party died. We used what Emeraldi taught me to bring them back and give them a new body, give them another chance.
You're pretty cool, I gotta say that.
Wait.
We're
So
continuing
this is where you
Emeraldi's
stand.
story.
This is where you stand. Not with the ordinance, but with whatever the hell this is.
Whoa, this is the ordinance now.
Yeah, I don't understand where your aggression's coming from. I mean, we've still got the opportunity to kind of fix you, because that's what you came here for in the first place.
Is the crystals like tweaking him out right now?
Your original Zeph number.
Is he melting it in a spoon?
No.
Okay.
Shut up, man.
Make an insight check.
Okay.
That's cocked, right?
Yeah.
No, it
It's
actually
cocked.
is. Like, I'm being legit.
Couldn't see it, so yeah.
You said insight 15. 15.
Fitty.
The crazy that Emeraldi normally has, kind of the uneasiness. Balefire. Sorry, that Balefire kind of has.
What?
For the most part, completely gone.
Oh, he's just being like legit.
Oh, wait.
And you can see as he kind of straightens his shoulders and looks at all of you.
Fine. You've made your decision. You're gonna have to go.
As he slams his hands to the ground, a wall of fire erupts in front of you all. I need you guys to go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay, quick question. Since the resurrection took multiple hours, do we short rest or no?
Nope.
Oh,
you all attributed to it.
Yeah, no, that makes so much sense. I'm just saying.
Drew, I was about to look at you and be like,
how can? Okay, we played at level 5 characters and we took this guy on the last.
Where it was like, if it ever comes down to it, I was about to be like,
oh yeah,
Yeah, this was not.
it is, and I don't have the ability.
This is. Well, to be fair, we didn't do anything.
I know, but I kind of felt like this was.
Yeah.
We were headed
That's
here,
Yeah, I agree.
and we should have taken more time.
There was no alternative. There was no like take a rest. We couldn't have done anything like that.
25 to 20.
24.
Nice. You're the main character now.
Jack Bar.
I'm pissed.
no.
Okay.
Don't look around.
20 to 15.
16.
17.
What the frick?
I'm really excited for my initiative.
Yeah, mine as well. I'm like the least dexterous cat you've ever seen in your life.
Hey, bro, you still got that
17 for you as
information. I don't know if you had time to attune to it.
Nope. Takes a full long rest.
Fuck.
So 17 was...
Mac.
Yeah.
And I used a form of dread, and I used all of my...
And then 16 is Auromir.
I can't amplify myself.
15 to 10? 10 to 5.
7.
5.
7 and 5.
And you also have 5, yeah?
Sorry, 5 for me.
Okay.
Sorry.
I never use
I wrote Dookie.
5, 4.
No, I can't now.
Okay. Top of the round. As the fire erupts in front of you guys, you hear Balefire just like roar with rage and go, "You don't stand for the ordinance. You will all die." As the wall begins to move closer to you guys. It's not close enough to hurt you, but it has definitely covered some of the distance. It's moved 10 feet closer to you all.
Okay.
Glyph, what do you do?
Yeah, a few things that are mostly like non-combat-y kind of things.
Non-bat.
Yeah, non-bat. First thing I'm gonna do is turn around and look. Is there any sort of escape anywhere?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Oh, hey, come on. 10, 9.
9, not enough. The fire is your immediate concern. The revelation of this betrayal is like causing you to panic. You don't see anything right now.
Okay, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna instruct Pothole to get in front of Ziff, and I'm gonna get in front of Tabidi, kind of shielding the two of them. And as like kind of for my action, I'm just gonna tell him like, "Look, mate, none of us drew lines. You were the only one here that drew a line.
Okay.
Just because we've created a draconian ordinance that is new doesn't mean that we're pissing on the old one."
Okay.
Then that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna shoot at him.
Next is TBD. You're up. What are you doing?
I use Psionic Mind to send a telepathic message to Zeph, not knowing I'm actually doing this. Like, oh man, this is not good. We're not used to our bodies yet, and I don't... Wait, what am I doing?
You replaced them with 2 stoners. Oh my god.
Dude, what if...
This is weird.
What if we were the dragons?
Hold up, dude. Am I in your fucking head?
Are you not?
Some hot It's the essence.
That's what it sounds like.
The essence of weed was the green
So-
one.
I guess out of fear, I will accidentally use my only attack I can do. Just
Punch.
To hit?
well, how close are we to him?
So there is a wall of fire in front of you, and he's behind it. You can't see him behind the fire.
Oh yeah, so I probably don't do that then.
The counterspell.
I wish.
I use Psionic Counterspell, apparently?
Yeah, I suddenly have counterspell, and I
That's
just
weird.
counterspell his life.
I have Calvin's spell. It's gonna happen, right?
Yes.
I
Okay.
cast Wish, and I wish for Balefire to stop.
Wait,
Stop
how do you
being
get
the asshole.
Calvin's spell?
Huh?
How do you get Calvin's spell?
It is a 7th level spell. It takes many years to get to that point.
That's right. You guys are
We've been
weird.
What
together
is-
for 7 years.
Oh my gosh! I
You guys
love
made me
that. I
so
love
sick.
it. I love it. I love it.
Can I take psychic damage?
You guys
You can take lonely damage.
Glyph shoots himself in the head.
Glyph kills himself. Gosh dang.
He took actual psychic
Reel it in.
Hold on.
We're dying.
Why is it okay to make fun of married people but not single people? That's what I want to know.
the single
Let's not
person's
play this.
Hey Matt, what were you doing?
Baby.
Matt, what were you doing?
Protect him.
Because of the state I'm in and the fact that I have to be... I don't really know how to do these things yet.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't think... Can't really do anything.
Do you
Just
move
kinda,
away?
Yeah.
As long as it's not an attack of opportunity.
No, yeah, you're not near anything. You're basically running away from the
Okay, yeah, I would move away.
So you
Where
can
exactly
whip
are we
over.
to?
Jellybone
Do what?
body.
Where are we exactly, like, in the context?
So think of yourself about 15 feet away from the secret door that leads into the laboratory, and there is many, many feet of laboratory beyond you with all the tanks and everything past it, and then it's longer than it is wide, but it is probably 80 feet or so back. So you have a little bit of a back area to run to, but you don't know what's back there, so it's up to you.
Yeah.
But you can start moving away from, because the fire has moved 10 feet towards you, so it is almost 5 feet away from you guys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, since we just got these new bodies and I don't quite know how to use it yet.
You start
and we're
moving, you
tired,
start running away.
so I can try
Absolutely
to
easy
find
enough to do.
somewhere to hide.
Thulgrin, are you doing anything? Armor, you're on deck.
Okay.
I'm going to use one of my last spell slots.
Okay.
And I am going to cast Prayer of Healing.
That takes 10 minutes.
Well, then let's try to see if I can manage that, and then we'll kind of back up. I'm not planning on engaging anyway.
Okay. All right. So you're going to start spending 10 minutes to try to do prayer of healing. Okay. Good enough. Good to know. You're starting that.
more rounds, dude. You got
Starting that process.
10 minutes, yeah.
10 minutes is 100 rounds.
We'll get to that. Okay. Next, Aramir, you are up with Zev on deck.
Yeah, I mean, up to this
One
point,
round to 6 seconds.
Aramir has been iffy of Balefire, like, from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a direct attack, so...
Yeah.
Can you run through the wall of fire?
You can certainly try.
Maybe even if it's concentration, it might help.
Yeah, I'm bolting through it. I kind of let down the body of TBD, and I'm wielding the maul, and I'm sprinting through it.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm good at those.
You're great at those. You're that guy.
Wait, what are you doing?
13.
13. The fire is so intense you cannot break through it. The heat wave is so hard that you backpedal before taking damage because you rolled above a 10.
Yeah.
So you don't run into the fire and go, this is terrible. But the heat wave is so intense. This is not a normal wall of fire.
Okay, well...
This is a sicko mode one.
Can I remember the general location of where he was?
You can certainly try.
Eldritch Blast in that direction.
Make your attacks at disadvantage.
Okay.
Just a montage, shit.
In the tray. First one, yeah.
Dude, honestly, if it's concentration, every hit counts. So
That's what I'm trying. Oh
Nat
my
20.
gosh!
It's
of course it's
disadvantage.
do not 20s.
disadvantage.
Do not 20s.
No.
Nope.
Bro,
That's an 18 though.
18 hits.
Okay, and then the second one.
you're that guy.
I don't think that hits. Oh my gosh!
Bro, you're burning 20s
2 nat
here.
20s and 4
Nat
rolls.
20 is a
But that's an
disadvantage.
11.
Oof.
On the
11
second.
does not hit. Go and roll your damage on the first one.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm mad for you, bro. I'm tilted. If I had
How
spell
much is
slots,
it?
I would
It's
actually be
just a
helpful here.
D10.
I'm pissed.
10.
10. You fire and you hear the sound as he gets hit with the impact of the Eldritch blast. The wall does not move.
I'm gonna now realizing the heat slowly kind of like back up.
Okay.
As much as
So
I
you
can.
backpedal as much as you can. Okay. You begin to make your way back towards the back of the room as well. Okay. Next is Zeph with Kenneth on deck.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Heart sound check.
Okay. So
Even that has its limits.
he's gonna reply to Beatty using Psionic Mind, which evidently they both share, which is great.
Oh, great. Now Glyph feels like the outsider.
Yep. This is the price you pay.
Oh, don't worry about it. Now we're like mind connected. It's really cool. Stay safe. And
I'll try.
he's going to use a bonus action to manifest spectral wings. Basically, he's been able to fly. He doesn't know any better. He just goes to fly, and it actually happens.
Much like your previous pack weapons, the scales on your body slide out to create the skeletal form of the wings that then begin to apparate with the rest of the magic, activating your gem flight.
Nice. So he's going to. He only has. This is very limited flight now that he's in this new body. So he has his walking speed in flight. But he's how tall is this wall of fire?
It's almost to the top of the wall. It's 12 or 13 feet up there. So there might be a little bit of a gap, but you just saw Oromir backpedal from it. So it's a pretty intense fire.
So he's gonna rise and just like float back from the wall.
Sure.
Of fire. As he does that, he's gonna grab the dragon egg shaped Moon Sister stone and feeling like a little like defenseless. He's never felt like this before, and he knows he can't help any of his friends because he knows nothing about his new body at all. And he's going to just tell it to. I need something. You've got to give me something. Speaking to the egg.
Roll a d20.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
2.
The egg hatches. It's rotten inside.
It's a Scotch egg.
The egg, the stone shines for a moment before fading into dust and kind of drifting away from your hands. But as it does, it floats as if on a draft. That's it.
There's a draft in the room.
There's an exit.
Sweet.
End of your turn?
Yep.
All right, end of your turn. Kenneth, you're up. Lucius, you're on deck.
Hunter's mark.
Okay.
Not to be that guy, but you have to see it to Hunter's Market.
Yep.
Deal.
Yep.
Are you sure?
And I'm pretty sure I was told that shooting an arrow through a wall of fire doesn't work.
That's why I have the musket, dude.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay.
Repeat the
I hold on to all of my
one
past
second.
D&D trauma.
No, it's actually so hot, it incinerates the
It
musket.
incinerates the bullets.
It turns them into flaming bullets.
So is it
Which is even worse because balefire is resistant to fire.
Well, no, but not molten lead.
Ooh.
But it does fire.
True facts.
So I could use Hail of Thorns. It doesn't say anything about a creature you see. It just says next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack.
Yep. Go for it.
Radiant, technically.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, some fire is radiant.
And I will try to shoot him with the musket.
At disadvantage.
Yep. Okay. 17 plus 9. What's that? 15 plus 9. So. Number
24.
I don't even know why I give you guys more levels. Yeah, that hits.
So, he needs to make a dex saving
9.
throw.
I would say Jesus is a radiant damage.
That's a natural 1. He's going to use his legendary resistance to succeed on that.
Okay.
Of course he does.
Great.
Of course.
And then, so 12 points of damage for the musket, and then
I use my legendary
3 points of
resistance.
damage for the thing.
15.
Yeah, that's the one.
Got all the
Hunter's Mark, sorry. Not Hunter's Mark, Hail of Thorns.
Hail of Thorns. Yep.
My bad.
Still good. Still concentrating on the wall.
Okay.
This guy's built different.
And then I will try to
Literally.
interpose myself in front of TBD as well.
Okay. Everyone's just standing in. Well, TBD's already backpedaled.
Yeah.
So you can start running back that way too.
I'm gonna
Okay.
try to block him as much as
Lucius,
possible.
you're up.
Alright, so Lucius is gonna look at things. He's like, well, all right. Turns around, starts fucking sprinting full speed down the hallway, and if it's dark or not, whatever, he's double sighting.
There's still
like,
light in here.
looking.
There's still light
Okay,
in
cool. I'm just gonna make a perception check, just look for anything. I'm
Sure.
gonna try to get ahead of the crowd and
Yep.
do my eyeball powers. 9.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same as
shit.
same as Glyph. You're really panicking right now. Not really able to see much.
It's
going
been
on.
a long day,
It's been a
okay?
very long day.
Use that one.
Okay.
I was thinking about changing dice.
Top of the round. I believe there's only one person who hasn't moved, and that's Glyph. Did you move back?
If he was back, I moved. Like my only intention in moving was to get in front of him.
So you moved back with him.
Before him.
Okay.
So like I didn't move any further back than to stay in front of him.
But
Does that make sense?
receded from the wall, I assume.
Yes.
I'm trying to make sure nobody has stayed by.
So
the
I
wall.
receded from the wall of fire enough to, I guess, if
Correct,
Wildfire is this and he is this, I do not go past him.
Sure.
So if that now puts me in the damage zone, that's fine.
He just wants to make sure that you know that he is between him
and the
Yeah,
wall.
if I'm not making
Absolutely.
it clear enough, it's very heroic what I'm doing.
Right, right.
Thank you.
What you're
I just
doing
wanted
is,
to make sure.
I
Just
get
level
it,
up
but
there.
it's just confusing.
The reason
It's
why
like,
I
yes,
asked
he
is
moves
because
back.
the wall moves 10 feet. So if
Yeah.
anybody hadn't moved, they are now being imposed by the wall. So the wall shoots forward again with the rage of Balefire behind it, and he continues to shout. And he was like, "All I wanted was to make us great again, and you have to ruin it!" As the
Make us
wall
great again,
begins
press
to like
No, we're not
move
going there.
closer. Okay, so that is the end of that wall's turn. Glyph, it is now your turn.
Okay,
I get to.
seeing what happened when like the very buff lion tried to go forward, I realized that that's not really an option.
Yep.
So there's nothing. There's just not worth it to even try and shoot at him. I don't think it's gonna do enough to stop him. I'm gonna continue like interposing myself heroically between myself and Tabidi.
Yep.
But I'm again looking around for an exit, and I'm
another check.
Actually, I'm not. I'm going to give any sort of inspiration or advantage or anything I can to the person who is most adept at finding escape hatches I have ever met or created. Pothole.
Baby pothole.
Said.
All right.
And so what I do is I say pothole.
The backbone.
Hi, Mike. If I said right now I need you to go underground and I need you to figure something out for me, where would you go?
Make a roll for
I'd
Pothole.
like for him to.
Advantage, right?
With advantage.
Thank God for advantage. 16.
Nice. Plus what?
Plus Pothole's proficiency is my proficiency, so at least 19.
19. Pothole spins around, looks for a moment, runs over to one of the tanks, looks behind it, looks back over, and frantically waves at you.
Okay. Run over. Hey guys, go to Pothole, and I run over and see what he has flagged.
There appears to be some sort of a 3-foot grate that is set into the bottom of the floor.
Okay.
Like a mesh grate.
Okay.
That is, you could reach down and grab, almost like a sewer grate.
Okay.
But he's waving at it and pointing at it frantically.
Okay. So I've already used my action to like do all of that. I can't like use any.
Yeah, no, it's at the end of your turn. But you have now indicated that for everyone else, so that they all have seen it.
Okay.
Unless they choose not to. Next is TBD, followed by Fulgrim.
Can I follow close behind Glyph?
Absolutely can.
And I was just looking at this. I can interact with an object during my action.
You absolutely can.
So I want to try. I'm weak right now, but I want to try.
It is a strength check to do so. So go ahead and make a strength check to lift up on it.
Level 1 BD Glyph great.
Oh,
that's not very.
7.
You grab and
Better than what I would've
pull
had.
as hard as you can. Nothing.
Checks out.
Good effort,
Beauty and
though.
the Great.
Fulgrim, your turn. What are you doing?
I'm going to run over to
Okay.
and I want to try to maybe see. First, what I want to see is Aramir. You want to try to grab the other side of this grate while I grab this side?
And both use it to try to.
Yes.
I can
we'll both
attempt
pull
to.
up on it.
Okay.
So do we both make a strength check
So
at that point?
you're going to use your action to lift it with him. So either you get advantage, or
This is weird.
you're going to use the help action to help Aramir, so he gets advantage
On his turn.
on his turn.
He's pretty good.
There you go.
Okay.
End of your turn, Aramir. You're up. What are you doing?
Sprinting over there.
Easy enough to do. Make a strength check at advantage, and Fulgrim helps you lift it up.
He's raging because he's cool. He's barbarian now.
So barbarian now for some reason. It's weird.
That's pretty good. Oh, it's unnatural 20.
Unnatural
Nice.
20. The metal grates in protest, but lifts up without issue, and you set it to the side as the grate is now open, leading to a large 3-foot hole that smells kind of damp.
How far does it go down?
It goes down about 3 feet and then curves.
Immediately, like a kid at a water park going in to slide
Just
down.
jump
with
in,
hands?
just-
yeah.
Real quick, does he grab it with his hands to get some juice?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify. I wanted to make sure.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I was explaining it perfectly.
Yeah, I think it sounded like you were just gonna jump in. It's like,
No, you do you do?
I would love to go to a water park where they'll let me
always do
run and jump feet first into it to get more momentum.
Yeah, but you would do it on the covered one,
Yeah.
and you would just shatter your shin.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is ensured adult behavior.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
And
All right,
Calvin,
so
wake up.
The reality, listeners, is that Calvin really would do what he just described.
100% I would.
It's very
All right.
difficult for us.
So
to
I am
love
going
him.
to, for the sake of this, I'm going to ask: is everyone going down this? Because you'll get down it before the wall hits you.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Heroically.
So I think Lucius
Heroically.
probably is gonna like wait last because he has a giant big ass coffin with him.
Yeah.
So he's gonna like that's it.
Oh my gosh, you're
I've
gonna
got-
bludgeon us with a coffin.
No, I'm gonna go.
He's
last
not
'cause
gonna
I'm
wait
yell
for
at
the green
Balefire
light
one.
before he sends it
Okay,
down.
cool.
Yeah.
So everyone goes down.
Yeah.
All right, one after the other, one goes down the tunnel, disappearing down this tunnel. Who was the last one? Did you say you were the last one?
Yeah, like before I go down, I just like tears in my eyes go, I have failed you, Balefire! And for that I'm sorry. And just right down. Yeah. Yeah, basically the full Revenge of the Sith monologue. Just replace any Anakin with Balefire. Yeah.
As Balefire steps through, and he's like, "You didn't kill me, I did." As you jump through that.
Glyph has a stroke as he goes. No one's trying to wrap his brain around
You
that.
didn't kill Balefire, I did. As
So
you,
just like a final like goodbye salvo.
And then,
of, like,
and then you push the back to tank over into the wall of flame.
as you jump down into the tunnel, you shoot down, and as you're tumbling down, you hear the voice of Balefire from behind you. As he shouts down the tunnel, "You will never survive, but if you do, I'll kill you the next time I see you!" As it echoes and reverberates.
Isn't fire
off of
through
the
the tunnel?
No, there's no fire through the
Shut
tunnel.
up, don't get
I was getting like Incredibles vibes, you know what
As
I mean?
in the pitch darkness, you all bump and
fine.
roll and tumble through this dark tunnel, falling for what seems like an endless amount of time before hitting face first, back first, side first, however you want to, into the hard ground. A little softer than you would expect, though, as you impact and immediately, again, in pitch darkness, as one by one you all begin to fall, hitting the ground, coming to a stop. Taking a little, not taking enough to be damaged, but taking enough to know that's going to hurt when you get up.
So about 9 points.
Hits the ground, goes unconscious.
As
Good thing you had me roll 2 characters.
all right, so you guys are in the pitch blackness. Anyone doing
Lucius is
anything?
good.
Yeah, so like as it gets
Lucius
pitch
sees under
black,
20 feet
I
around
can
him.
see.
yeah, the glyphs on Pothole start to faintly glow because magic is what keeps him alive anyway.
Yep.
So not like a
Does he
brilliant
cast light?
bright light, but like a I don't know, like a dim light of 10 feet.
I can cast
dim
light.
light.
I'll just cast light.
Yeah,
That's
easy
cool.
enough there.
That's cooler than what I was doing.
Lucius' red eye just like light like a spotlight.
Kenneth will just
As-
light a torch.
As the lights begin to activate, you can see why the ground was soft. There is a thin layer of just some strange sinewy goo across the entire floor.
Who is it? Failed experiment.
You see what looks to be an arm of some automaton attached to the upper half of a skeletal frame. You see the head of something off to one side, most of the skin pulled away from it, but the long snout and the sharp teeth give credence to dragonborn-esque. You begin to look around and see there are dozens of broken and discarded parts and bodies all down here. And in the darkness, something moves. And that is where we are going to leave it tonight. With you all now down in the depths of whatever the hell Emeraldi failed.
Hey,
No, my.
remember in the last message whenever Emeraldi was like, I gotta get rid of all my experiments?
Yeah, he just
Kinda
evacuated
was like-
everything.
yeah, he was like, I just gotta dump everything.
Yeah, I mean, we literally are in
Welcome to the island of misfit toys.
Yeah,
If only it was that cute.
and we've got to figure out how to take a long rest in this because there's zero chance of us going forward.
Toast.
Man, I love how we have 2 members of our party now who can't
Are they level
do
2 for
anything.
surviving their first encounter?
Yeah,
They are actually now level 2 for surviving
Oh my
that.
god.
Crazy.
Your hit points, if you lost any, do not change. Obviously, you didn't lose any, so you're fine. But you guys are
We have to get out of
actually.
this shithole.
I'm gonna say because I don't know how long it's gonna take to get out of this, but this has been quite the story arc, and you are pretty close to its finish line. So you are now level 6.
I don't need to breathe anymore. Let's go.
So we're level
related
2.
for so long.
3 then, right?
You're level 2.
retro.
Wait, hey, leveling up restores all your stuff to max, doesn't it?
No, it does not restore anything. In this instance, it does not restore hit points or spells or anything like that. It just grants you all of that. So if you gain a new spell slot or an additional feature, you can use that one. But if you have already expended stuff, you cannot use those.
Fair enough.
Gosh, this is about to be a lot of terrifying fun.
Yeah,
guys.
it's gonna be.
We've got a move lighting
interesting.
next session. It's gonna be
Yeah.
great.
This is actually good. Okay.
All right. Well, you guys can figure that out. But while we do that, what a hell of a night, guys! Thank you guys so much for playing. Thanks for
That is
Drew and
good.
TB or Zeph and TBD are back in our graces, and thank you guys for listening to quite the episode. We'll see y'all next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the Wild Magic School Bus. I hope you had as much fun listening as we do making this for you. You can catch new episodes each Monday on whatever podcast platform you use, and while you're there, leave us a review if you want. It actually helps us out a lot. We've got the socials too. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wild Magic Pod or on Reddit at r/wildmagicschoolbus. Either way, stop by and say hello. We're always happy to meet new friends, and you may even get a shout out on the pod. See you next time.
Y'all haven't seen D&D the cartoon?
Yeah, I've not seen the D&D.
200 years ago.
Oh, when I was a kid, it was like they aired.
Oh, when they had to put them on those overhead projector screens with the laminated.
They came.
This was at my house.
No. It's one of the crank.
Oh, it's a pre-talkie.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Check it out. No, it's really
Guys,
cute.
call
There was
it
a little baby unicorn called Uni. It was about these kids who get sucked into
Isekai.
the Forgotten Realms.
And the
Wait,
wizards.
why did they abbreviate it as Eunuch the Unicorn?
I wonder.
Eunuch the unicorn.
Weird. They could have.
Uni,
So we're doing
the
D&D.
unicorn.
You need the uniform.
Eunuch.
Yeah.
D&D time?
Yes.
Let's play.
We've prolonged it long enough.
I'm scared.
I'm sorry, I was very excited about
You should be scared.
Guys, don't be afraid. Glyph's got a plan.
Remember, it's a fantasy world, so don't.
Hey.
Oh, damn. I said it wrong. No, you're fine. You're good.
No.
I had
Oh,
a thing and I lost it. You're good.
No, it's fine. I'm scared again.
What?
What you're thinking.
Okay, cool. I'm excited for when I say it. For you to be like, oh my god, me too. I'm like, yes, cool.
3, 2, 1.
I'm excited
dudes.
too.
Whoa.
I can't wait to hear you
I'm
talk
excited
about
that
it.
you're excited.
Mind meld.
I can't wait to see how it happens.
Mind
Or
meld.
doesn't.
Yeah.
You said mind meld like as a poor Christoph Waltz impression, and I want you to put all your effort into it a second time.
I forgot what he sounds like.
Christoph, what?
That is so weird. I was thinking on my drive, like, what if I named a character somehow after Christoph Waltz?
I mean,
Christoph
he's got some
Waltz?
iconic characters.
From Glorious Bastards fame, great actor.
Yeah.
He's so
the
good.
dentist from Django
Christoph Waltz?
Unchained.
Dude, he's so good.
That's a great character as well.
I love
The way that he speaks
Smirky
in all of
German
his
man.
characters is great. The cadence that he talks with is better even in the
He can do
accent
more
is
accents,
funny.
but he's always
I
getting
feel
cast
like
as German
character in
characters.
Inglorious Bastards.
Yeah.
Oh, the
He's so punchable.
So good.
Do you think like he's the level where you're like, did your mom want to punch you?
oh yeah, the level of smug.
Oh, so smart.
Apparently he's one of the sweetest people ever.
Okay, mom.
According to everyone on stage.
I believe it.
Okay, ground me. Send me to our room where my books are. All right, loser.
Look at my smirk.
Look at my smirk. Said everyone with the smirk.
Jokes on you, Mom. I can't read.
You failed me.